There we go. That works.
There we go. Hi. Alright. So we have one viewer, which is probably you, as of right now. Oh, it's
Probably
actually
me.
not.
I
Oh,
am watching the
hello.
stream.
Oh, well, maybe it is you then. Um, we are still waiting on half of the group. So I'm gonna go ahead and start writing up initiative markers. I just got, like, these bag clips from the dollar store. Actually, I only need 4, since your first encounter is only going to be against one dude.
Good to know.
Well, you're a party of level 1s, so one dude could be real bad, or
Yeah,
just fine. You don't
that
know
is true.
yet.
I should probably bring up my D&D Beyond just so I know what spells I can use.
Yeah. I don't know if we'll get to that first encounter tonight, but we might. Who else do we have in chat? Oh, we've got Have This Too just joined us in chat, in viewing? I don't know. Hello to everybody watching. We're still waiting on 2 party members.
Campaigns. Then my character.
Alright, we've got Lion Growl. So that is the first marker. I'll just put that on my mug for now. Droogle. Flip Switch.
Such an interesting name.
Yeah. Red. Monsoon. And a name I can't tell you guys yet.
Oh, I'm here.
Hello!
I
Hey,
have a sandwich. So
Cool.
if I stop
Hi.
talking for a second, it's because I'm chewing.
Okay.
I've got mac and cheese. It is made with pepper jack, so hopefully it doesn't hurt me. And yes, I have that week. My mom is also here, but she is promised to be quiet.
Hello!
Can't hear you
hey,
guys.
thanks, Mom.
Hold on, let me turn up my volume and unplug my headphones. Hey, Mom. Come close. to contribute to a creator, people will gift an amount of subs. Either they will pick a specific person in chat to gift to, or they can just gift a certain amount, like 5 to 100. And then it will just go to random followers.
Alright, we are live.
Yay!
Should probably inform you
Yay!
that not the whole conversation, but just that last bit was live too.
Oh, sorry. I was explaining what gifted subs were to
Yeah, that's okay.
Trey.
Yeah, I didn't know what they were.
Yeah. So if you ever get just randomly get gifted a sub to one of the channels you follow, it's because somebody gifted subs to the community and you got
Nice.
random.
Nice.
Yeah. People do it all the time.
I will warn you, as the stream goes on, half of my mouth is numb.
Uh-oh.
So I can't...
Yeah, there's that.
I am severely dehydrated, so my whole mouth is dry. So
Why are you severely dehydrated?
I'm eating a sandwich.
Why don't before we start our campaign, you go get a glass of water?
Oh, I've been drinking all day.
Ditto,
I'm just
man.
sick.
All right.
Can you give me a second? I just remembered I need my dice rolling box, which right now is just a random cardboard box I have.
Yep, I've got a mage hand dice tower that I 3D printed.
We can't all be as cool as you, Matt.
Dry as can.
Can.
Yeah.
I have the power to be cool. That's what people say about me. I'm cool.
I need to grab some dice.
You know how I was having, like, facial tracking issues?
Yeah.
I think it was just because I had a beard.
I am so glad my mom is here because I was rolling back my desk chair to go and get a box, and Serenity is literally laying right behind it.
Oh,
if I'd gone up another 3 inches, I would have run over her tail. Why does she have no self-preservation?
Cats. They're just like that.
Dumbass. You're a dumbass. Look at your big ass eyes. Alright. God, my desk is a mess.
Alright, once everybody is here, I will read off the prologue that everybody approved.
Yee.
That way you guys can hear it again. And the people watching haven't heard it yet, so...
Yee.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the little thing, pop-up side thing that has all of our hit points.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I think to make sure that it has the accurate number of hit points, you're probably going to have to change it and then reload the page once or twice.
Ah, okay.
So it's going to be a little bit of a pain, but it should work. It should automatically update. As long as you refresh the page. And I've got...
I am pumped. Even though I can't talk fully, I am pumped.
Woo!
I'm glad. Fantasy name generator.
I know how that feels. I understand that exact feeling. Oh, I forgot I haven't even signed in to D&D Beyond on this computer.
Did we just lose my metal dice?
No, they're in the box where we were using them to make molds of dice, Alex. In the garage. Do you need your metal dice?
That is okay.
You could use the dice we made for your last bird character.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up. Why do I have... Why do I have 2 different damage types on my trident?
It may be one is melee and the other is thrown. I should actually open
Okay.
up your character sheets just so that I can see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, the thing is, the bigger one has a little piercing, like as in it does piercing damage symbol, and it's the 1d6 plus 2, and then another smaller one doesn't have the piercing damage one, but when I hover over it still says piercing as in it does piercing damage. But this one is 1d8 plus 2, so I don't know. Because
That
it's
hold
Mhm.
on.
Here.
Dan hold on. I don't remember. Let me see my quick references. Okay, 2 damage indicators. That means it has the versatile property, which means it can be used with 1 or 2 hands. So the grayed
okay,
out, so the lighter damage, the 1d8, is when you hold it with 2 hands versus when you hold it with 1.
Gotcha. I don't think I have a shield, so
But it's
unless there's
generally
some
like if you have another weapon in your other
Mhm.
hand, then
Yeah.
it's one-handed.
Yeah, but I don't think I'll be dual wielding my little crossbow and trident.
Yeah. You'll probably be using your crossbow most
Mhm.
for distance.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you make the screen like full screen, or is it no? Can you not do that?
For what?
D&D Beyond.
Um,
What do you
you can
mean?
you can go into your character sheet.
That is where I am.
Are you
17.
looking to get all of your stats on the same page?
No, I'm just trying to
All
figure out
viewed
what
at
like
once?
how to get. I'm trying to figure out how to show the website without it showing. I don't know. Never mind. Just streaming things. I don't know if I'm actually going to stream tonight because I can't feel my mouth. But
Yeah,
I'm
Huh, are
just
you
there's that.
streaming right
It
now?
while we're
might mess
waiting,
up
I was just
your
setting stuff up.
it might mess up your motion capture.
Yeah. So while we were setting up, I was just working on this.
Okay, doke. Are we missing anyone still?
Nope.
Nope, we're all here.
Yep, all 4.
In that case, we can get started.
Mhm.
Now, we're not fancy or anything, so we don't have a video to play when we're getting our shit together, but
Mhm.
this is
And
Tales
then
of the Mithral Sea.
Mhm.
What were you gonna say? Vic?
Hello?
we don't have a cool animated intro sequence yet.
Oh,
Yet being the key word.
Alright, this is the prologue. Droogle Flipswitch is a kobold who stole anything he could get his thieving little hands on from the port city of Skidon, Conaon. And I believe I showed that on the last stream we did for this. This was a good life and sustained him, but he always wanted more and was expected of more. So he stole a dinghy from his family's stockpile and left in the dead of night with far less than adequate food. Not really knowing how to sail, his dinghy drifted with the western current, and his path followed the shoreline of Conaon, north to the next inhabited area, Fort Feline. His plan was to dock, sleep the remainder of the day away, and steal enough supplies for his journey in the dark, but just before he woke that night, his dinghy began drifting from the shore. Red Monsoon, is a water genasi who grew up poor on the streets of Skadon. Picked up by a recruiter for the Feline fire marks at a young age, he was carted off to Fort Feline up north to begin intense battle training. Not caring much for law enforcement duties, his training was quickly conformed to preparing for escort missions and war. Training was going as usual when one morning Red spotted a dinghy moored about a mile down the shore. He thought about his boat. Thought about this boat throughout all of the exercises that day, and during his free time he carefully stole about 3 weeks of supplies and stashed it under his bunk. After dinner that night, he crept down to the shore and hiked out to the dinghy, crawling in and stashing the supplies in the bow. Having some sailing training, he was able to sail the small boat to the southeast, not even realizing there was another creature in the boat with him. I need to take a drink.
Makes sense.
My mouth's so dry. Lion Growl is a Kenku who grew up near the Siren Isles in neutral waters. Having a fascination with mortality and the fragility of life, they spent much of their childhood surrounded by rotting corpses. When they were still new to the concept of magic, they found a raven that had been caught by a wild dog and was missing half of its feathers, much of its skin, and some chunks of flesh. Lion Growl felt a kinship with this creature and did everything they could to raise it back to full health and life. Unfortunately, Lion Growl had no real experience with magic, and while they were able to bring life into the dead bird, they could not heal its wounds, forever cursing it to the life of an undead raven. This, however, piqued the interests of a very powerful witch on Wizards Atoll named Shavarax, who took Lion Growl on as an apprentice. With a few months of training, she told them it was time to apply the knowledge they'd gained with her and go out into the world. Furious at being cast away so easily, Lion Growl had a hard time leaving until they saw their chance to really disappear from the view of Shavarax to spite her, wanting to see them achieve greatness on their own. This chance was in the form of a drifting dinghy with 2 odd shapes in it. These shapes meant nothing to Lion Growl, and they crawled into the dinghy and sailed off with all the food and drink that Shavarax had in her tower that night. When Droogle Flipswitch woke the night he planned to steal from Fort Feline, his first moment of panic was when he realized the boat appeared to be several miles from shore already. His second moment was realizing that a muscular blue man was sailing his boat. He screamed, of course. Both speaking common, they worked out what was going on, and both realized that this could work out in their favor. Droogle could steal supplies with a natural stealth from years of kleptomania under a busy city, and Red had years of training and experience to keep them alive. Neither quite knew what they were doing, though, and Droogle wished to prove himself, and Red wished to escape Fort Feline and never be dragged back. They continued to sail southeast until the Neutral Isles, but ran out of food, water, and energy, and the boat eventually drifted into Wizards Atoll. When the two woke the next morning, they were delighted to see a huge sack of food and water, but suspicious of the dark-cloaked Kenku who had just joined them. After once again working out what was going on, they had breakfast, and in a can from Shavarax's cabinet they found a map off the east side of Kaywood, which was previously unknown to them and the rest of Kaywood, which is the continent that everyone was from. They sailed east, but once again quickly ran out of food, water, and energy. The dinghy drifted with the current once again, for weeks upon weeks, until all 3 passengers passed out within hours of each other from dehydration. The world was dark and turbulent, but then after a while it was dark and smooth, and calm, and comfortably warm. So that is the prologue. And that will continue, this whole story will just continue to grow.
Good job, Matt.
Thank you.
Good job.
Dry mouth.
Drink water, bitch.
Yeah.
Drink water.
I've been drinking
shut,
water
shut.
all day.
I
That,
gotta say, I love looking at the little lineup of our characters, because from left to right we have Studio Ghibli character, Pokemon, and DILF.
Dilf.
And
Accurate.
it's your fault that he's a DILF.
Maybe.
Yes.
Don't look so fucking proud of yourself.
I will do what I want.
I guess you
Alright.
do have that legal right.
I can legally do whatever I want. So the three of you come to consciousness. Each of you are laying on what appears to be a reed mat, but upon closer inspection you can tell it's not actually made of reed. It's made of something that looks a little more greenish, kind of like, you imagine probably like algae, dried kelp, or whatever, and a soft, spongy pillow. The room is pretty square. It's pretty small, though. It's like 20 by 20 feet on each side, and one side is sloped inward toward the ceiling, and there's a door opposite that sloped wall. Except it's not really a door. It's more of a doorway with, like, hanging beads, like you would... Like, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh.
But
We're in a
instead of
hippie
beads,
place.
it's shells. So it's like
No.
limpet shells and clam shells and things like that.
We're at a beach hippie's place.
Yeah.
Yeah, what would you like to do?
No.
I bet there's gonna be a stoner-coded druid in here. I think first of all, I get up and assess the situation. Just
Stoner coded is one of my new favorite definitions of anything.
Yeah. It's like Caduceus from Critical Role.
Well, bro, you're acting kind of stoner coded right now.
I'm stoner coded because I go to school just dead tired and like half-lidded eyes, but I have never smoked a weed.
That's me.
Okay, so I was shutting down the stream stuff. We're in a shack, right? A shack.
You are in a room, and
Okay.
there's a doorway with like hanging shells and things, and the other side of the wall is kind of sloped, and it looks like solid walls, like drywall.
And we just woke up here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like on little
Okay.
reed mats, or what
Yeah.
appears to be reed.
I would like to stand up, turn in a circle, and basically do a perception check.
The room is empty except for you three and the mats you were laying on.
I'm gonna go to the shells hanging above the door frame and look for the shiniest one.
And I'm gonna look for my raven.
I can't
Your-
reach them.
Your
I'm
raven is
jumping
with
at the
you.
air.
Uh-huh. Can I pick up Droogle and help him reach the shiniest shell?
You find a shiny blue shell. It looks like it's a polished mussel shell.
Ooh.
Ooh, I have one of those.
So it's kind of a deep blue.
IRL.
I'm just gonna pocket that.
Alright.
I put you down.
I am going to look around and say.
Would you think that you made a lot of noise on that curtain?
Absolutely. I was shuffling around.
Probably at least
Probably
a
did.
little bit.
So you
They probably did.
So you start to hear conversation in the other room, and then it stops abruptly, and you hear footsteps coming toward you.
I am going to grab my quarterstaff, just hesitantly, ready in case anything happens.
Mhm.
I am shoving that shell under as many items of clothing as I possibly can to get it as far away from eyesight as possible.
Do we have our weapons on us?
Yes, you have
Okay.
everything on you.
I'm gonna put one hand on my trident and just poke my head through the shells.
As you walk down the hallway, you see a drow woman with white hair, kind of dreadlock type
Oh, she's
hair,
pretty.
and she's older. She looks grandmotherly, and she has nice golden glasses. And she says, "Oh, it seems you're awake now. Why don't you come eat breakfast?"
Oh, I love her. Because I have
And she starts walking into the other room,
because
not
I have
even
no
paying any more attention to you.
because I have no charisma. I'm going to say, "Who are you?"
She turns around and, I should have generated a name for her sooner than this. Could have sworn that I had made a name for her.
Just call her Seiza.
Her name is Kurna.
Kurna, okay.
It's Khurna.
Oh god, I do not have a note-taking thing.
Should I have a note? Should I have a notepad? I usually do have a notepad.
You probably should.
There is a notes feature on D&D Beyond.
Yes, there is.
Oh, there is? Where is that? How do I do that?
Notes tab. It's where the action spells and stuff and inventory is.
Notes.
Oh, there is a notes tab.
God, there's so much shit on my desk. All right.
So,
What's this person's name again?
see, she turns around and says, "My name is Kurna Zamri." So it's Khurna space ZAMRI.
What?
I'll just type it in chat.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm glad I'm not streaming this today. I think this should all. I need my full attention on the game so I can get the full story as we begin.
Alright. So she continues walking into the other room, and you hear the conversation kind of continue, but with a slightly different tone. A little bit more upbeat.
Lion growls and look at each of the people and go, "Do we know who this is?"
I say no.
Then follow if they have food.
You hear her shout from the other room, "Come on, get your breakfast already! We don't have the whole day!"
I've missed this entire conversation while shoving things in my bag because I got distracted by the other shiny things in there.
And with that, Lion Growl's gonna let out sort of like a chirp, and just rush into the other room because food.
I am distrusting, but I follow the little bird because I don't want it to get hurt.
I still have no idea what's going on.
Do you follow them?
I double back and bring Droogle.
I like to imagine you kind of just reach down and grab him by the collar, the shirt collar, and he's just screaming and kicking.
Yes, exactly.
But you carry him like a suitcase because he's so small.
Droogle is a proud boy.
Football hold, just under the arm.
You're coming into the room kicking and screaming, okay.
Alright, so you go into the other room, and it appears to be a dining room. The walls are kind of... It's very similar to the room you came out of. It's got one sloped ceiling, and with a window, actually. And you can see through this window that there's the layer of glass in the window, and then outside of that, there's like really, really thick glass behind it. And there's like 3 or 4 layers of that thick glass. And outside of that, it's pretty dark. You can't see a whole lot out that window.
We're fucking underwater.
Yeah, I was about to say, are we in a submarine? God damn it.
Oh.
The amount of times Droogle has woken up in a submarine.
How many times has Droogle woken up in a submarine?
You'd be surprised.
Submarines don't exist yet.
Okay. Well, I have
Not
to
to
say,
Droogle.
if Kurna isn't speaking to her wife when we get in that room, I will be severely disappointed.
Kurna is actually talking to a young man in military uniform. So it's kind of...
I immediately turn around and go back in the room.
It's not a military uniform that you recognize. It's different, far different. It's kind of like sea green, and you can tell that it's been woven using kelp and things. or like dried kelp fibers and such, and it's got a lot of blues in the coloration.
Can I do a check to be absolutely sure that it's not the same uniform from the military base I'm from?
You are 100% sure that you have never seen this uniform before.
Come on, I just want to roll a dice.
We'll get there.
All right.
You have never seen this uniform before.
Okay. But also, like, it could be a really, really high up guy that I've never had the like standing to even see.
This is simply a
the middle
uniform
of
that
the
you
ocean?
have never seen before.
Oh,
You don't know where
I
you are. None of you have looked out the window.
It's like a painter's outfit. Everyone has uniforms.
Oh.
I'm gonna look out the window. Am I tall enough to look out the window? I feel like I should ask.
You are tall enough to look out the bottom half of the window.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the board of the window and pull myself up and try looking out the window.
Make a perception check.
Okay, what do you roll again? It's been a long time since
It's a
I've done
D20.
this. Okay, and then I
The one with
add.
the most sides.
And you add your perception.
Okay,
Your perception is... Where is it?
how do I? Oh, there it is.
You have +1, and you roll at disadvantage for perception.
Oh no! All right, so I got 16, but I need to roll again, or 17 technically.
Yep,
And this is a really slow dice roll on D&D Beyond.
You can roll 2 dice at once.
All right, I got a 3.
It's just dark.
Okay.
It's dark, it's like a navy blue, but you don't see anything. Just turn around and hop away.
Okay, can I look out the window?
Yes.
Because I'm looking for routes of escape. I'm gonna roll a dice. IRL.
Remember, I said that's very, very thick glass.
Okay. That is an 8 plus... Where's my fucking perception? 2. A solid 10.
Alright, well, that's good enough. As you look out, you can kind of see gentle swaying movement. And there's a light out in the distance, just kind of anchored to the ground, or what you think is the ground. And looking out and seeing what the light is illuminating, you see...
Do I see fish?
You do. You do see some kind of big fish swimming very slowly by, and there's kelp swaying gently, and it's very rocky. And there's a lot of seashells, and there's a in a pretty good distance away, there's what looks like a small boat.
Okay,
Just
I turn
flipped
to...
over and in the ground.
Oh, okay. I was thinking. I look over to Kurna and I go, "Why are we underwater?" Because I'm very confused.
Well, I've been living here for the last 20 years. Why is anyone underwater?
That is fair.
I said, well, for the past 55 years of my life, I've been up there. I say, looking up, implying the surface.
Yeah, I did notice your clothes seem kind of foreign. I don't think I've ever seen anyone wear clothes quite like that around here.
These are
Why,
just my
thank you. It took me
civvies.
many years to get this outfit. I'm gonna walk with my chin up forward like that entire conversation was about me.
She
You're
kind
gonna
of
stretch.
reaches down and boops your nose and says, "I don't think I've seen anyone who looks quite like you in a long, long time."
I'm gonna go over to Drewel and pat him on the head.
What?
Hey! You mortals should be pleased, you should be grateful to see such the grandiose Droogle!
I
Flip switch!
went over and like pecked him on the head.
Ah.
You do not need to be rude.
She just kind of chuckles and heads over to the table, and she motions to the young man who's sitting with her, and she says that this... I have to generate another name. I'm sorry. This is Zakro Yezre. And he looks like that.
Is it another DILF? Oh no,
Yes.
it's a twink!
It's the categories. Is it a dilf
You must
or a twink?
categorize all men. Is that what's happening here?
Absolutely.
Yes,
Whose
I'm
name?
determined to objectify all men.
All men's are either tops or bottoms. That's it. That's all they get now.
Lion Growl is gonna walk over to the table and look at the young man. Where
What's his name again?
are
I typed it in chat.
you
Okay.
from?
Thank you.
I don't recognize your attire.
He says, "Oh, don't worry about me. I'm just visiting here, bringing some news to this lovely Kurna. His name is Zakro Thido. You gather that he is not necessarily related to this woman."
Is this a Stacy's mom situation?
No.
Because this woman got it going on.
No! Well, that's up to interpretation.
I feel like as time goes on, I will get better at role playing, but it takes a minute to like learn your
you're the
character.
best. I think you're the best out of the players right now.
No, it takes a minute to learn your characters and
Yeah.
because Drugel's gonna be like the one talking. I feel like a lot because he has charisma, but I have to figure out how to talk like Drugel.
Yeah. I'm also kind of shy, so I don't really want to do a character voice, in case it sounds dumb, and it probably will.
Yeah, I thought about doing a character voice because I could give Drugel like a Muppet voice.
I think your diction right now is a good enough for a character voice.
You don't think the entire game I should talk like Drugel?
That would be awesome.
Like a Pokemon?
Drugel.
Drugel!
Yeah.
Ooh, shiny!
Also, it feels a little bit embarrassing to try and do D&D roleplay while my mom is here taking a test on her laptop.
No,
Using
that's
my
fine.
Wi-Fi.
It's fine. Fully embrace it.
Yeah.
Become one of those drama kids who did improv even though no one asked them to do improv.
There you go.
Like John Mulaney.
Alright, she kind of gestures down at the table and she says, "I've got breakfast ready. I'm not entirely sure what all you lot like. I'm not familiar with surface food anymore, but I've got some clams here on the end, and I've got some nuts and berries that are imported, and I've got some fruits also imported."
I take an entire clam and eat it, shell and everything.
You're...
I think you start choking.
No, I got crocodile teeth. I crunch.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, what a splendid texture.
She's just like, okay.
And then are the utensils metal?
They would be kind of a wooden texture.
After eating the clam, I'm gonna hold the spoon and inspect it and be like, oh, what interesting silverware.
Cutlery.
Ooh.
And she kind of gestures over to the young man at the table and she says, "This is Captain Zakro. He is here to inform me that my grandson is missing."
Oh no.
The entire time this very serious conversation is happening,
you're just looking right at the spoon.
No, I'm looking at the spoon, but meanwhile, at the other hand, shoving more clams in my mouth and eating them whole. So they're like, my son's missing, but in the background, you're...
Yeah. I would like it to be known that I am not sitting down. I'm still stood straight up. like at the edge of the table.
I
Can
kind of
I
assumed
do?
that all of you were still standing.
Oh, I
It, no, Drugel's sitting. Drugel sat at
Okay.
that table like he owned it.
yeah. I am I am paralyzed in indecision and anxiety. Can I do, I don't know, a survival check to see if the food is poisoned? I don't know.
What would that even... would that be a nature check?
Um,
It'd
Uh,
with
be survival, I think.
yeah.
Or
it could
Or
also be like
medicine?
perception
yeah, that too.
or
I'm
or
going to
medicine.
look really hard at this food to see if I see any poison particles.
Is that what you've chosen to go with?
No, I think would be the way to go, and it's not just because I have a +4 in there,
Oh, sure.
but like
I was
honestly,
I was thinking medicine.
what do I have in medicine?
Hey, Alex, do you have
Probably,
our dice?
oh, +2.
What?
It's on the bed.
Because
Alright.
the dice on
Make
D&D
a
Beyond are way too
medicine
slow.
check.
Yeah, there's dice on the bed.
My mom scared me by patting my shoulder.
Ah.
Bye, Mom.
I'll use Dimble's dice because they're shiny.
Okay, I'm going to make a medicine check
Mm-hmm.
to see if it is poisoned. That is a 6 + 2, 8.
It does
I
not
don't like.
appear to be poisoned.
Okay, you're going away, pretty sparkly dice. Does not appear to be poisoned.
Nope.
Okay,
Looks fine.
I will slowly sit down and take. What did you say was on the table?
There's clams, there's nuts and berries, and then there's kind of bigger fruits like apples, oranges, bananas, mango.
Yeah, I'll take the nuts and berries and the like the banana.
Lion Growl will eat a variety of things as long as it's not like meat or fish or anything like that.
Mhm.
So anything but the clams.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh well, looks like I got the perfect ratios of food out.
Yeah,
One of you loves the clams and the rest of you don't.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck clams are.
You probably would actually know what they are.
No.
Growing up in Skadon, because that is a major port city with a canning
Yeah.
industry.
Oh yeah. I guess I would take some of those then.
Okay.
I only eat plant-based foods.
Well, you are a bird, so I would hope so.
Actually, a lot
I'd
of
be a
birds
little
are
afraid of a
omnivores.
meat-eating bird.
There are
You
so many
would
eating birds.
be
Shh.
surprised of those I have met.
Well, that's fair, but we also don't get many birds down here,
Yeah. That
you
makes
know,
sense
Not
too.
seeing as we're
not
underwater.
not many birds can swim.
And we got penguins,
That's
we got
probably why.
ducks, we got geese, swans.
I actually don't know if ravens can swim.
Maybe not. I'm going to say, where did you find us, and why did you bring us into your home?
Oh, well, my grandson was up on the surface doing just kind of general scouting for the militia that's stationed here, and saw your boat, and the three of you just laying in it. He thought you might have been dead, or was hoping that he could do something, and he brought you down and brought you into my house, and then he went back to work, and now Zakro says he's missing.
Oh, I'm very sorry for that, but you and your grandson seem very generous, and we
Why,
thank you
thank
for your
you.
shelter.
Drugel is offended at the thought he could ever be dead.
Well, seeing as you're scarfing down those clams like there's no tomorrow, I'd argue that you're not dead.
Do you need help finding your son?
The captain, Zacro, he says, "Oh, I don't think that'll be necessary. I think we have the situation under control." And at the same time, Kurna says, "Oh, that would be wonderful. Thank you."
Aww.
We have to repay you somehow.
Zacro just kind of gives her a little bit of a side eye, and then says, "Really, don't worry about it. We have it under control." And then he turns to her and says, "I think I'm gonna get going back over to the barracks." And he gets up and leaves.
Me as a player, I am suspicious of that, but I don't think my character would notice anything about that.
Well, you can make an insight check.
Yeah,
Sure.
I was about to ask, would my character notice that?
I mean, what's my insight at? I mean, +2. I'm a little bit wise.
A little bit wise.
Just slightly.
Okay, well, Lion, Growl, and Red have the same passive perception.
Yeah.
Or wait.
Yeah, 12.
No, Lion Growl has 14.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna make
I would say that Lion Growl notices there's something just a little bit off, but maybe it's like a...
I already have severe distrust.
Power issue. He thinks that he's completely in control.
Yeah,
that's foolish because everyone knows Drupal is truly in control.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make an insight check because I'm very distrusting of this entire situation.
Okay, make an insight check.
Why am I rolling like shit? Well, at least it's a 10 plus 2, 12.
You notice that there was a little bit of a power struggle thing he was dealing with. You could tell that he wanted to give off the idea that he had it under control, but other than that, you don't get anything.
Okay. He's a control freak.
Sure.
And out of character, probably doesn't have it under control.
Probably doesn't what?
Probably doesn't have it under control.
Yeah.
Or doesn't think that there's anything to have under control.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah,
I can finally
person's case.
I can finally use my dice gauntlet.
Yeah, you can use that.
Yeah.
Is that like a Thanos gauntlet, but with instead of the Infinity Stones, it's just dice?
Nah. Well, I'll send well, maybe I can send a picture to the Discord. While we're playing. While you guys were talking to him, I was trying to find dice.
Well, what do you want to do now?
I'm bad at getting things going. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I will look at Drugel and then Red, and look to the captain and say, "I must insist we are coming with you."
He turns around real quick and says, "You are not coming with me. You will stay here. We have everything under control. Don't worry about it." And then he finishes walking out.
Can I try to intimidate him with my zombie raven?
Sure.
Oh.
Make an intimidation check.
Yeah.
Intimidation?
Oh, that's so cool. I saw the picture.
Plus what for my raven?
Let's see. Intimidation is charisma. Your raven has -3 charisma. So, whatever you were thinking about doing with that raven, I wouldn't.
Okay, then I myself will try to intimidate him.
Okay, make an intimidation check.
Can I assist on that? Because when he turns quickly around, I get a little defensive / protective and step up right behind them.
Sure.
And keep in mind, I am 6'8".
Yeah,
now finally, if we're all jumping in on this,
I don't do anything aggressive. I just step behind them, put my hand on the shoulder, and be like, I got you, bud. I'm not trying to fight him, just to be clear.
Drugel seeing you both get up and try to get like up in this guy's face.
I'm
Uh,
not getting in his face.
Drugel is going to get up from his chair, walk over
Oh
to him,
no.
and
Oh no.
in front of you two, and his best political negotiation voice is gonna be like,
You're 2.5 feet tall.
it'd probably look better for you if this was solved quickly, and you wouldn't have to spend any of the resources. You'd probably get accommodated for how quickly and easily you handled this.
We
Should-
have
And you don't have to
it.
put any work into it. We'll do everything for you, and you get all the credit.
Yeah, since there's 3 of us who are like making
You still only
pitches
get
to-
1 extra die.
Okay, but like, can we all roll separately then to see like which one works?
I will say 2
I'm
of
not
you
trying
can
to
roll
intimidate. I'm
separately.
trying to convince him.
Oh, persuasion.
Okay, so Red and Lion Growl make Intimidation, and
Okay.
Drugel make Persuasion.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like get him to step off my little friends. That rolled right into a corner.
I just cut out. I did not hear anything that just happened.
Make a Persuasion check, Drugel.
18.
I got a 15 on intimidation.
I got a 11.
Alright, he ignores anything that any of you do and continues leaving.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Mhm,
He just continues right out the front door.
mhm.
I'm just gonna follow.
I give
He
Drugel
slams
a
it in
little
your
pat-
face.
Aw. I give Drugel a little pat on the head so he's not discouraged.
Drugel looked discouraged for about a split second and then remembered his pride and then stood straight back up.
Mhm. Mhm.
I sent a photo, Matt, of the dice
I saw
gauntlet.
it. It looks really cool.
Because
Mhm.
as an artificer, I can finally
Mhm.
use my dice gauntlet.
Yeah.
Could I cast Hideous Laughter?
Don't attack the military figure, Alex!
Don't immediately attack people.
I'm
If you're
not
gonna do that, I'm
attacking
gonna
him.
like yank you back so you don't cause a fuss. Like, you don't make enemies with the military.
I'm not attacking him. Plus, we don't know how far away his barracks are.
That could be
You're
seen as an
casting a
attack.
spell
I
on
heavily
him.
I heavily discourage casting any spells on anybody, especially because he's friends with this woman, and we're just
Yeah.
gonna piss her off that she invited us into her home, and then we immediately attack her friend.
Yeah.
So, in that case, I'm gonna look to the woman and ask, do you think we should help? I want to help.
Well, I would very much appreciate it if you could help, but it really sounds like you shouldn't get in his way. If you're really dead set on helping me find my grandson, I guess I would recommend not interfering with Zacro.
Mhm.
That would work.
Okay. I'm gonna step up and say, if you don't mind me asking, could you tell us which part of the ocean we are currently under and what the closest continent is, as well as if our dinghy was around when we were found?
Oh, well, actually, your dinghy, and she points out the window to that little
Oh,
boat
it's
you
gotta
saw,
be
is right
it's
over there. And
The bottom of the ocean.
Yeah. Surprisingly, not that far away from you, but it's still underwater.
Drugel's gonna go over to the window and like stare out it longingly. No.
I mean, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I could probably bring that up top.
And she says, she adds to that, and the nearest landmass, I'd say is Oldwood, but I don't think anybody here has been over there in a long, long time. We mostly go over to the Rift and to Reefside.
I'm desperately trying to find where the fuck that is on my map.
Do you have a map?
Yeah, the one that we, like, me personally am trying to find where that is in the map you provided us.
Did I provide you a map?
Of the, like, all the continents, yeah.
Oh, of Kaywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, are we not in Kaywood anymore?
No, you're not.
Toto?
You sailed
Drugel?
east of Kaywood.
Drugel? I don't think we're in Kaywood anymore. I blink and say, I have no idea where that is. Can you
Um,
point us towards somewhere where we can get a map?
uh,
Also, how do we leave? If we leave, will we drown? How is there air here? Do you run out of air? Do we need to stop breathing? Uh,
well, I don't. I personally don't know anything about the air filtration systems, but we have plenty of air, constantly coming in. We have, there is ways to get to the surface and back down, and to the other underwater cities.
Have none of us even asked where we are yet? Or we're just
I mean, I did just ask, and I have no idea where we were. I
Or are
didn't
you
even write
asking
it
what this
down.
city is called?
I
This
would.
actually isn't really a city. It's more of a military outpost. Uh, this is Box Crab's Call. So,
Notes where notes. Box crabs. What?
Box Crab's Call. We're the military support for the Rift and the Algae Docks.
Uh,
I'm still scraping at the window like a dog trying to get in through a glass
Oh,
door.
please don't scratch that. It's very hard to find glass down here.
He does not hear. He's longing for his boat, his little dinghy,
I pick him up and pull him away.
Th-
screaming and kicking again.
Thank you
Yes,
for pulling him
football.
away.
Let's go to the surface and find
Let's go
a
to
map
the mall. Sorry.
and try to find her son.
Yeah.
Well,
I just repeat again, how surface map? Where
Uh,
are we?
I don't know
I
how to get you to the surface, but I can get you a map of, uh, I can get you a map of the world. I can't get you a map of the city yet.
Oh, I don't think we need the city map, just the area. It would greatly assist us in finding our way to shore.
Defeat
And
it.
finding your son.
Defeat it. I'm just gonna ask.
Grandson.
Do you have any more clams?
She brings out another bowl of clams and adds, I don't think my grandson was anywhere near shore. It's about 100 miles off.
Ah, well, I don't think either of my small friends are good at being under the water.
Is there a way to breathe underwater to find your grandson?
I would think that if he's anywhere, he's within the city. But
Ah,
I suppose that it is a small enough place that if he was around, he would have been found by now.
mhm.
Jurgel's gonna try to hush hush say it to my two companions, although he does not have very good social skills, so it's very clearly audible. Is gonna be like, you see how many clams this woman got? We gotta help her out. She could set us up for life.
You say with a mouthful of clams.
Yes. Like shells like slipping out of my mouth.
Oh man.
If you want, I can point you to one of his friends. Um, he probably talked to one of his friends since he's been back.
Uh, that would be a start. Um, I think first we should get our bearings more, and could you point us towards a marketplace or store where we could get a map of the surrounding area without bothering you? I want to
She
leave.
she kind of just crosses her hand over herself and just like, we don't really have a marketplace around here. Um,
Yeah, we're like in a military compound.
yeah,
Yeah.
everything military or everything you could possibly want is pretty much supplied by the military.
You mean they don't have a fucking PX?
What?
Both of my parents are in the army. I've been to military bases. They have PXs.
Yeah,
I
the
don't know
military
what that
stores.
is.
Yeah, up PX, BX, EX. They're basically like small Walmarts.
Yeah, but
not
this is
Walmart.
fantasy.
Like
Yeah,
they
this is
got
fantasy.
grocery stores. They
We
got
don't got
clothes
Walmarts.
stores.
Well,
Yeah.
they do kind of have something like that. Or if you
Yeah.
describe that to her, she'll kind of be like, "Oh, okay,
Supply
I
station.
kind of, there is kind of something like that. It's called the Crab's Box. It's run by this nice lady named Melly.
Don't go to the Crab's Box. You're gonna have to go to the hospital afterwards.
Everything is crab themed here. It's crab themed
At least they're consistent.
Yeah, it's called the Crab's Box. If you really want to get on Melly's good side, you're gonna want to do some favors for her wife, Fen. If I remember correctly, my grandson was quite familiar with Melly.
Then when we go there, we can also ask about your grandson.
There you go.
I'm gonna ask, what military is this? Like, what country's military is this? Who does this military belong to? Who do they follow?
Once again, where are we? I'm still unclear.
It's a pretty general name. It's just called the Greater Militia. As far as I know, there's not any opposing militaries. I think it's all one military for the Mithral Seas.
Would I know the militia from being at the living under a port city?
No,
at all?
no.
I would.
None of you have ever heard of this militia.
Okay.
But she kind of describes it as this militia is not for fighting other militaries or other countries, but rather for fighting off wildlife attacks on the underwater cities. Yeah. And the reason for this outpost is so that it can defend more than one city. And so if one city's getting attacked, it can have two outposts go to it, or if another city's being attacked, that one of those same outposts can go to that one, and then another one can also support.
So it's like
and this is
those guys who stand around safaris with rifles.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
And she'll also tell you that this is kind of like this is kind of the lowest of the low. They're not super strong around here. They don't need to be.
Yeah, they don't have the best warriors.
Well, clearly they must be strong. Do you see how many clans they fought?
Yeah. I'll say
we don't send our military officers out for the clams.
I say, well, we're from around the Kaywood Ocean, and there are certainly some militias there. I wouldn't interact if I were you.
I have heard of the Kaywood Seas. I have never been. I was born over at the Rift. But my daughter and her husband went to Kaywood for a little while and came back with their son. My grandson, and then they went off on military duties and they're gone.
Oh. I'm sorry for your loss.
This old woman's had a rough life.
Aww. All right.
Well, your day just got better because you are in the presence of Kaywood royalty.
Ooh.
Have you ever heard of the Flip Switch family by any chance?
I have not.
I don't think she has.
No, I don't.
How could you not have heard of my grand family?
I don't even know who rules the continents.
My wealthy family. Neither do I. But you still haven't heard of my family?
Nope. She kind of points at Red and Lion Growl. Have you guys heard of the Flip Switch family?
I make sure Droogle isn't looking at me, and I shake my head, but I say, yes, of course. I'm shaking my head no, but answering yes.
I'm just gonna be blatant. I have not.
Okay, so seems like we're all on the same
I give
page
you the
then.
gentlest elbow nudge.
You're giant, so it
I
sends the bird flying.
That's why I said gentle.
I have to be honest.
Please don't. Okay. I think this is when we take our leave to
Okay.
find the box crab's call. Or the crab's box.
This is the crab's box that you're looking for. It's just
Box.
down the street, and she kind of points to a little building that's outside of the biggest building in the whole area, which you gather is probably the main building for the militia.
Bring,
It's got
bring,
everything
bring,
in it.
bring, bring,
Banana
bring.
phone.
Yeah, honey, I had to call you to let you know that I actually went to the crab box before our last date and forgot to tell you, so should probably go get checked.
TOS. Twitch terms of service.
But the crab box?
I don't know if you're allowed to speak of these things.
Of the crab box? I'm just talking about going to the crab box.
Let's speed run getting banned.
Please don't.
Let's
That'd be impressive
us,
if that's what got us banned. That joke.
let us leave and
Hey,
go.
we're already leaving.
As you
I'm
three
gonna-
walk out the door,
I'm gonna grab some fistfuls of clams as I'm walking out the door.
actually, well, as you do that, as you start walking down the hallway toward the front door, Kurna kind of sneaks up behind you and puts a little backpack on you.
Oh, it's just full of clams.
It is.
Aw. I thank her for the clams.
She just sort of nods and says, well, thank you for offering to find my son, my grandson.
What do I have in my inventory?
Of
I wanna
course, royalty helps other royalty, and you must be a queen with all these clams.
Oh, well, thank you very much, sweetie. And she sort of closes the door behind you. And
Oh wait, before we go, I say I don't know if this is anything. This is currency where you are, but I give her 5 gold.
Oh, don't bother. We don't use currency here.
Oh. I insist one more time, once, and if she says no, then I won't.
No,
Hop up and take it out of your hands.
I don't have any use for that money.
Drugel is gonna hop up where you're holding it out,
You
grab
are
it from your
too
hands.
short. You are too short and too heavy with that armor. I lift
Make
my
contested
hand up.
dexterity checks.
I lift my hand up 5 more inches, so he cannot even reach.
Still gonna roll a dexterity check. 13.
Vic?
Oh, do I have to roll?
It's contested,
unopposed?
yes.
Damn it, okay. All my dice have been screwing me.
I'm in dice jail.
Oh, that's a, let's see, strength? Dexterity you said, actually?
Dexterity.
Where is it? That's 17 plus 1, 18.
Alright, so you managed to keep the gold out of Drugel's hands.
Alright, let's go.
I feel like a Scooby-Doo villain, like, you foiled me this time!
Alright, so as you walk over, you kind of look around and you can see that most of the walls of the city are glass, but really, really thick glass like you saw out the window. You can see that her house is kind of up against the edge, and it's kind of shaped like a pyramid, where it's...
I thought you were gonna say penis.
No.
Sorry.
Why would I design my city like that?
Because you're you? Sorry.
No. It's...
That's how I build my favorite Minecraft houses.
It's got a square-shaped base, and it's got slanted walls up like a pyramid, but it's chopped off at the top because they don't need all that extra space up there.
Circumcised, gotcha.
Awful. You should feel bad for...
Okay. Last one of this session.
And as you
I
walk
get
over...
what?
What?
What? Oh, where are we walking? Sorry, I
So you're
interrupted.
walking over to the crab's box, and it's it looks, it resembles a stand a little bit, but it's more like a stand with like a little awning on it, but it's set into the side of the main building.
You
And you
hear
can see that
JoJo
there's...
music playing faintly in the background.
What?
Stand, JoJo's. Is that a JoJo's reference?
Yes, it is.
Okay, wonderful.
And it's...
JoJo. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Sorry.
That's... I believe that's Giorno's theme.
I
I shouldn't know this. But it's kind of set into the wall, and it's got shelving in the back that you can see has all kinds of stuff on it. And it says the crab's box on top, but the O is upside down because the top nail has come loose, or the top screw is stripped and come loose. And it just generally looks like nobody's given a crap about it in a long time.
Okay.
But there's an kind of older to middle-aged half-orc woman sitting in there, just kind of
Lovely.
reading a book.
I'm gonna strut up in front of the party, strut up to the counter, and be like, "We are looking for your finest map," and I'm gonna place like a handful of clams on the counter like it's money.
God.
Just like slap it down on the counter like, "We are looking for your finest map."
Let's go.
She kind of looks up from her book and says, "Well, I don't accept clams as currency, but
How dare you say that? You're not even that far away from the Princess of Clams.
Okay, I walk up behind him and shut his mouth with my
you
hands.
just hold it."
Yeah, just pinch it. And I say, I apologize for his forwardness. We are simply searching for a good map of the area. We were directed here by a Kurna Zamri. Are you Melly?
I am Melly. Like I said, I do not accept payment, especially in the form of clams, but since you're a friend of Kurna, you can have this map, and she hands you a map of the world.
How different is it from our world map?
Hold on, let me go get it.
I need to let the cats in there yelling at my door.
I heard that. I just heard them pawing at it.
Oh, it's not gonna paste. I love that. Thank you very much for being awful. Okay, well...
Alright. Would it be alright if I went and did something for like 1 minute and I'll be right back?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I'll be back in like 1 minute.
This is Mithral Sea. Oh, I've already got this saved. Okay, that's fine. No, I don't want to save. Alright, so the map should look very different from what you're familiar with.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And bear with me for a second. I'm going to show the map on stream. Add source, browse. Believe it's still in downloads.
Ooh.
There it is.
Ooh.
There we go.
Okay, so we will not be headed southeast. Because I do not want to fight a dragon.
What? Oh, sea dragon? Well, it's just called that. You don't actually know that there is a dragon over there.
I can assume this is a
you can
fantasy world.
You can assume all you want.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean there's a dragon there.
Dead Wastes looks very inviting.
Yeah?
The Frozen Lands, very creative.
Thank you.
We know fantasy people aren't creative.
Yeah.
And Old Wood, equally creative. Love it. It is probably a very old wood.
Uh-huh.
So, what I'm getting is that these people are not very creative people.
No.
They probably take things quite literally, like Drax from
Well, they
Guardians
did
of the
choose to
Galaxy.
live in the ocean.
Yep, and they got things called Box Crab's Call, the Algae Docks, Isopod Post, very cool. Salmon Sound. I can't see that. Reef Side, the Rift, Coral Ridge. How much you want to bet that there's a giant underwater rift right where the rift is, and a coral coral reef at Coral Ridge.
Oh, there's no coral reef at Coral Ridge. It's at Reefside.
Yeah, probably between the two. So I think based on that, there's a possible chance that there's a dragon at Sea Dragon Scope. Listen, I'm just putting together the evidence.
You can put together all the evidence you want, but it doesn't it doesn't change where I did and didn't put dragons.
Yeah, I am just making observations and making predictions off of those observations.
I mean, nudibranchs don't make nests.
I have returned. I hope we're not in prison.
We are, and we're about to be executed in 3 seconds.
Sure hope Alduin doesn't come in and interrupt our execution.
I don't know what you're referencing.
Skyrim. I can't believe you. Yeah, Alex?
Did you grab food? Is there food?
Yeah, I forgot that I'd made food. And I haven't eaten today.
Ooh.
But I wasn't grabbing food, I was finishing it. And then grabbing food.
I should find myself something to eat besides crackers.
I am still eating my sandwich. Alright, so that's the map we got. I stare at it blankly for a full 2 minutes. Because my brain doesn't know how to process this information. All I've known is the military and the world that they taught us.
She sees you struggling and points towards Box Crab's Call and tells you, "We're here." Just so you know.
I nod my head very slowly. And then I take out the world map that we had before of Kaywood, and I say, "This is where we're from. This is what I knew the world to be up until a few minutes ago." And I show her.
She looks at it and she just kind of tilts her head and goes, "I have never seen this map before."
So you can imagine how I feel.
You're quite creative.
What?
She doesn't believe that you made this, or she doesn't believe that this is a real place.
I can assure you, I lived right there. I point towards, what's it called again?
Fort Feline.
Fort Feline, or like near Skidon. I lived there for all 55 years of my life.
I thought you lived in a
treasure dungeon.
I thought you were 45.
I changed it because I found out that Water Genasi lived to be 120.
Also, you wouldn't have been at Fort Feline your entire 55 years of your life.
Yeah.
You were probably picked up when you were like 8.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but I would have been in the area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would have just pointed to the general area. So I'm not that smart.
She sort of shrugs and just, okay.
We are trying to find Kurna's grandson.
1 sec, let me generate another name.
For her wife?
No.
For a random man who's about to come yell at us.
For the grandson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Adnuk. Yeah. He's, I just saw him a few hours ago. He was walking into the barracks.
Oh.
He was talking to that big, weird-looking guy. I think his name is, like, Zeker or something? Zacro? Yeah, that sounds right. I don't like that guy.
I'll just look over Red.
I smell something fishy and ate the clams in Jugal's backpack.
Surprisingly sweet.
So
is the backpack full of clams news to Droogle? Because I feel like it would be, and you'd immediately look inside.
I don't say that out loud, but like I'm definitely thinking it.
Alright. So the grandson's name is Adnuk Zamri.
Okay, good. Same last name.
We were talking to Zacro, and he said Adnuk was missing.
Something
well, I
doesn't
suppose
seem
it is
right.
usually about his free time now. I haven't seen him around. It's odd that he's only been gone for a few hours. She sits and thinks a little bit, and she realizes it's been a little more than a few hours.
Oh, she's old.
Yeah, she's middle-aged to elderly. She's somewhere in there.
Only been a few hours. Oh, it's been 3 years. Oops.
How long has it been?
I think it's been about 18 hours. I must have fallen asleep in there.
That is not long enough.
And you can kind of see a little drool hanging down from her mouth.
To consider missing, is it?
Well,
I don't.
This city isn't exactly big enough for people to go somewhere obscure, so 12 hours is more than enough.
Someone takes a really long nap, that nap and wake up to their missing posters all over town.
Yeah, it's happened before. It's a real fun night of drinking I had.
I once did that, but I didn't see any posters afterwards.
Oh. And she sort of reaches over the counter and kind of pats your head a little bit. I'm sorry, little one.
Do you know where we could find Adnuk?
Could you point us towards the barracks, perhaps?
Well, the barracks are one door down. It's literally right there.
I'm not smart.
It's fine. You're new to the city. And she said,
how could you tell?
Your foreign clothes, your foreign appearance, and your foreign accents.
Understandable.
Yeah, everything about you. And she kind of says, well, I did just see Zacro walking by here about 5 minutes before you.
He doesn't like us.
It did seem like he was in a little bit of a bad mood.
That man does not respect clams. I can feel it in my bones.
Son, nobody respects clams as much as you or I do.
I'm glad we understand each other.
I'm gonna sort of like puff up like my tail feathers and go, I think Zacro has something to do with this.
Well, I wouldn't go around throwing around accusations about the captain.
Yeah, it's generally ill-advised when you're new to a place to start calling out their leaders.
Yeah, I'd say.
And I'm not super well versed in the politics of this place. I gave up on that when I retired.
Yeah.
But my wife knows a little bit more about it. Or she's a little farther down the road at the apothecary.
Thank you. I turn to my companions and I say, it is ill-advised to meddle with military affairs, especially when you're new to the area.
And if you look back, she's already asleep again.
Okay.
That is
To
true.
the apothecary.
By affairs, you mean gold, right? I like meddling in gold.
No.
Well, what would affairs mean?
It means we should leave this place, since it seems like all directions point towards a military officer being the perpetrator.
But this place is loaded with clams and gold.
We can get clams from any port city, Droogle.
That does not mean we shouldn't help.
He's been missing less than a day. He's in the military, so they probably will have people looking for him soon.
Around this time of conversation, you see a pretty young-looking guy just walking out of the barracks. He looks a little concerned, but just kind of generally like whatever. And he's leaving the barracks and kind of headed toward the apothecary.
All right. I'll say.
And he appears to be a gnome.
Short.
Maybe he knows something, and also it's very easy to pickpocket him being so short. But maybe he knows something.
I mean, I'll say we should stop by the apothecary, but if she doesn't have any idea, we should find out how to get to the surface as soon as possible. Neither of you are very strong swimmers, so I'd hate for us to be trapped down here, where essentially death is on all sides for you small folk.
But first, we must
help.
The Princess of Clam needs our assistance.
Thank you, tiny dragon.
I am going to. You called me a dragon. I'm going to.
I swear, if you guys flirt in this campaign,
no,
we're not going to.
Okay.
But spells. What is my spells? Traits. I'm gonna imbue the one of the clams with magical essence and make it say nice. And I'm gonna leave it on the table and then walk over to ask this guy questions.
You there?
That is one use of my magical ability, but you know what? It's worth it.
It's just a very
just to say nice
clam.
over and over at intervals of time.
Yeah, just says nice.
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 Nice talk.
I was gonna say that, but then I figured you were gonna get
Vic! Okay, well, you kind of call to the little gnome in military outfit, and he kind of turns around in surprise, like,
We are on a grand mission from the Princess of Clams! We are looking for her flesh and blood, lost in the wilderness of this underwater city. Can you help us on our journey?
You kind of see him. It appears he's still stuck on the Princess of Clams thing. He's like,
I'm right behind him.
Are you talking about Kurna?
Yeah, I'm
She's the one who goes diving for our clams.
We're looking for Kurna Zemri's grandson, Adnuk.
Oh. Yeah, I haven't seen him since last night.
I do a perception check into this man's statement.
Insight, you mean?
Insight? Yeah,
yes.
That one. 18.
He is telling the truth.
Okay.
Yes. And you also gather that he is on very friendly terms with Adnuk.
Ooh, how friendly.
They're best friends.
Do you where did you last see our friend, the beloved son of Clam Princess?
The Prince of Clams, if you will. I don't say that, but you should.
The Prince of Clams, if you will.
He kind of just thinks for a moment and last I saw him, he had just gotten back from, I assume, bringing you three down from the surface. and he was telling me about how he found you and how you all seem so foreign. That's
Yes.
kind of against our policy here to bring foreigners down into our outpost.
Oh.
Well,
Without-
royalty
without-
recognizes royalty. Clearly, he must have seen my regal appearance and had no other choice but to bring me down.
Well,
I
I think
Safety.
So he was, in a way, maybe bending the rules a bit, bringing us down.
yes.
Thank you. That is valuable information.
Yeah, I think I think he talked after he told me. I told him it's probably best he doesn't tell anybody else. But what are we gonna? How long would it really have been until somebody noticed there's a bunch of foreigners running around the city? But I think he told Denise.
Zacro Thido?
No, I think he told Denise who told Zacro.
Denise?
Denise.
Denise, okay.
Hey, I really like them knees.
Denise.
Do you know where we can find her?
She's
You don't know
probably
what
just.
gender Denise is.
She.
Okay.
Is a she. She's probably just hanging over at the women's barracks.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of
Thank you.
continues walking over to the apothecary.
Yeah.
And at this time you notice he's got some herbs in his hand. Probably for the apothecary.
Okay. Yeah.
And then in the background you hear, "Nice!"
Nice weed, bro.
Has the shop owner noticed the clam that keeps saying nice yet?
No, she's still out cold.
She's gonna wake up and just be like, nice! What the fuck? Shit.
It's like the little clam boy is back.
Yeah, it is my voice. It's a recording of my voice.
Nice.
It would be kind of shrill. It would be a shrill way to wake
Nice!
up. Nice!
Struggle. Yeah, I'm going to sigh heavily because it's another pit stop. I just want to get to the surface, find land.
You're a water genasi.
Yeah, but like, I still don't know where we are. We're in a military output post. I have a complicated history with military outposts. You wrote my backstory.
Drugal's gonna be like, I don't know what women's barracks means, but we have the next location in our grand quest. And then
and
hearing
this,
direction.
the little gnome dude kind of turns around and goes, "Oh, I should probably let you in." And he pulls out a little key and kind of just unlocks the door and points you to the women's side.
Yeah, I put my hand on your tiny little shoulder, Drugal, and I say, "Try not to barge in."
Drugal's gonna barge in. Drugal's gonna just keep walking.
I am keeping my hand on your shoulder. You have to walk in pace with me.
I'm technically going the same speed as you, but my legs are moving much faster.
Yes. This little pitter-patter with my stomps.
It's like when you face a wall in a video game and continue walking at it.
Yeah. Alright, so you walk in with the assistance of the gnome, and he kind of says, hope you find Adnik. He's one of my best friends, and I'd really hate to never see him again. And he kind of just turns around and starts going back towards the apothecary.
That's a lot of pressure to put on strangers you just met.
Well, it's true.
I know we're the heroes of the story, but also like, damn, we just fucking met. You don't know what we're capable of. Maybe we're just three idiots. We probably are three idiots.
Yeah, but what's the worst like we could get up to by just looking for someone, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
my intelligence is +0, as is my charisma.
What is my intelligence and charisma?
So as
don't
you
worry
go
about
in,
it.
so
My intelligence is +3 and my charisma is +2.
All right. The most
Drugol's
charismatic one
intelligence
is a
plus
bird.
3.
No, the most charismatic one is me. I have plus 3.
Yeah, you have plus
So
3
do
in
I.
intelligence and charisma.
Oh, yikes. Okay.
I have plus 5 intelligence.
What?
Yeah.
You have plus 3 intelligence.
Oh, maybe my sheet's wrong. I see plus 5. Maybe it got...
You have that for persuasion and arcana and history.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. I was looking at saving throws. I always forget
Oh.
saving, and the other ones are different.
Yeah.
I always, yeah. It took me a long time playing this game to realize that they were different.
I don't even know why they're different.
I don't know either, but it's fine.
So you walk into the barracks and they're kind of just gray, but like a grayish blue because they still wanted to keep it kind of nice, but they were like whatever. So it's kind of like gray stone, and it's just long lines of beds and they're double bunks and kind of just terrible. It looks terrible.
I get antsy because it's familiar. And
it actually looks better kept than what you're used to.
Yeah, but like it's the same concept.
Yeah. So you go to the women's side and you see that there's a couple ladies of various race and size just chilling. One of them's reading a book on her bed. One of them's kind of just upside down doing pull-ups or sit-ups. I don't know.
is gonna loudly pronounce, "We are on a grand quest from the Queen of Clams. We are searching out."
Everyone is now looking at the three of you.
I pinch his mouth shut and I say, "Can you please point us towards Denise?"
The one reading her book kind of just lifts her hand up a little bit and says, "I'm Denise. What the fuck do y'all want?"
We're looking for Kurna Zemri's grandson.
Adnuk.
I'm gonna elbow you in the side. Well, technically your thigh, because I'm so tiny, or your calf. I'm gonna elbow you in the calf and be like the Queen of Clams.
You're looking for Adnuk.
Trying to repay her kindness and find her grandson, and we were told that you would have some information.
And possibly more clams!
Oh, so that little snitch Fredbeard told you I was here, huh? Well, shit.
We did not get anyone's name.
Well, gnomish dude just left. That's him. That's Fredbeard.
Ooh, I don't know who you're talking about.
A lot of aggression over a simple question.
She's not a nice person.
What?
She's kind of just aggressive.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. Well, if you want to find Adnuk, I'd go talk to Zacro. He's the last person I saw him with. As I told Zacro that he brought a bunch of foreigners down here. Zacro came and got him and never saw him again.
He doesn't like us.
Yeah, well, that's your problem. And she goes back to her book. If you want to go find Zacro, and she points down the hallway, you're going to want to find the captain's quarters.
Do I recognize this book at all in any way, shape, or form?
It's porn.
Porn? Again, do I recognize this book in any way, shape, or form?
Make a history check.
It just has Fabio on the cover.
All right.
Is it Tusk Love? Is it Tusk Love, Matt?
No.
I got a 12.
You do not recognize the book.
Damn it.
I'm not even.
And it's written in a language that you don't understand.
Damn it.
But there's clearly naked people on the cover.
There is one naked person on the cover.
My plan was to leave a clam behind that will ruin the end of the book.
Oh.
That spoiled the end of the book.
They fuck.
But I don't know. I don't know the end of the book. So now I can't
what's
leave
the
a
end
clam.
What would be the end of that?
They fuck and then they die.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to leave this place and get to the surface because I don't want to have to face off a captain.
We must finish our quest from the Queen of Clams. And we don't know if we're going to have to face off against him. We just have to go talk to him.
All signs point to him being the one who vanished, Adnuk.
I'm assuming we're saying this privately as we're leaving the barracks.
Yeah.
Well, do you go In the direction of the captain's quarters or out?
Well, Droogle has no fear, so he immediately starts walking in the direction of the captain's quarters.
All right.
I'm following with the intention of dragging them out.
I am following, but I'm ready to throw hands if I need to.
So as you leave
You are a bird.
as you leave kind of the bed, the sleeping areas, there's a hallway that goes straight and a hallway that goes to the left. She pointed down straight, but there's kind of a short elven woman just hiding in that left hallway, and she grabs you three and pulls you aside, and she says,
Can I resist? Because that's gonna freak me out. And I'm very strong.
Make a strength check.
Yeah, I don't intend to, like, hurt her or anything. I just want to, like, not be grabbed or held. A little bit of PTSD in there.
You know who else doesn't want to be grabbed or held? Droogle!
Then
Okay.
I'm just...
Is this a saving throw or just a check?
Just a check.
Okay, strong. That's a 17.
She manages to pull you aside.
Damn.
She rolled really well.
Okay.
I rolled an 18.
Okay.
So she pulls all three of you aside and says, "Hey, you're looking for Adnek?"
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Please don't touch me.
We are here on from a grand mission.
I'm
The
pretty
Queen
sure.
of Clams.
I say quiet.
I'm pretty sure
Sorry.
that he's down in the holding cell below. He did go see Zacro, but Zacro's the one that took him down there. I don't think Zacro is down there now, but he might be. I'm not sure. I hope that helps. It's the best I can offer you. And she kind of just starts walking back down the hallway. And
I say,
but
is he
turns
down
back
there
and
because
does
of
a
us?
little be quiet thing. What did you say?
I say, is he down there because of us?
She just nods and keeps walking.
Okay. Now I feel obligated.
Here we go. Took you a little bit.
You didn't feel obligated after the clams were gifted to us?
Well, let's go down to the holding
I
cells.
tried to pay her.
I'm gonna reach in my bag and pull out some clams and hold them out like, the clams?
I'm going to say...
Not even after the clams?
Shh.
Let's go to the holding quarters.
I'm going to
You don't know where
suggest
they
that we
are.
are stealthy when we do this. What did you say, Matt?
You're gonna have to find your way down.
Are we going to the holding court? I feel like we should go talk to the captain, not just go straight to the holding quarters. It's gonna look worse for us if we bypass him and go straight to the prison.
We can just say that we're, like, visiting.
Yeah.
But
also-
we aren't even supposed to know that he's there, because he didn't even tell the mom or the grandmother that he was there. So us being there at all is going to be suspicious.
He told the grandmother that he was missing.
Yeah, but if we go to him and, like, reveal that we know that he's in the... Pretend we're doing a cool in-character quiet discussion in voices and stuff. If we go to him and let him know that we now know that he's being held, that alerts him that we are probably going to try and see him, or tell his grandmother that he's being held, but she's not gonna like, and she seems like a staple in the community.
Well, we don't have to tell him that we know he's being held. We can just pretend like we know nothing and we're still at the same place. But we can at least go to him first.
What
and see if we
would
can
that serve?
Getting more information about maybe why he's in prison.
But we're not supposed to know he's in prison.
I know, but maybe we can ask questions about his character, his person. Maybe we could learn more about. We can maybe learn more about this captain, and then from that information, collect maybe some more information on why he might have been put in there.
Yeah, but the thing is, he already doesn't like us, and he has told us many times not to interfere. So if we go in there, like, it's obvious that we're still interfering, and that's gonna piss him off, and maybe he'll throw us in there as well.
It's also really fun annoying him.
That is fair.
It's not gonna help our case, though. I think we go in, break the bars, get out, and like hope he has a ride to the surface.
Well, no, because the town's so small. If we break him out, where is he gonna go? He's just have to leave his entire life behind.
No, he could
I'm
probably
saying
go.
we should find a diplomatic solution to this, so that way he can
I
go
don't
back
think
to
there's
his
going to be
life.
one.
But I think if he makes it known that he was like his grandma seems to be like a staple in the community that everybody loves. So like if he makes it known that he was thrown in prison, maybe and the grandma makes a fuss about it, maybe they can like do some change, make some changes in the community. I don't know.
Ooh, I do love blackmail. uh, Proposal then.
Mm-hmm.
What if I go and eavesdrop on the captain, see if I can collect any more information secretly.
Mm-hmm.
I have years of experience hiding under buildings and stealing things. I think I can do this.
Okay.
And you can go collect information from our prisoner
Mm-hmm.
and maybe collect why he's in there. We can use that to blackmail the captain when you come back up.
I mean, it's pretty obvious why he's in there. We're not supposed to bring foreigners into the city, and he
But there
brought
could be more.
foreigners
There
into
could,
the
You
city.
see what you're opening, Matt.
but he didn't.
I
He
see that
didn't.
too. Mhm.
He didn't arrest us. He didn't arrest us right off the bat when we were here. So that means that there could be more to the story than him just bringing foreigners in the city. Because if he hates foreigners that much, then he would have arrested us the second he saw us. But we're not in jail.
I have an idea.
Hmm.
Red can go check on the grandson. Google
Mhm.
can eavesdrop, and I can go tell Berna. The thing is, remember, I can mimic.
Mm,
I like
yeah.
in the voice of the person that told us.
Mhm.
So well, maybe you should go to the prison then, and hear the grandson out, and then go back to the grandmother and
Mhm.
mimic the voice out exactly what
Yeah,
he said.
like you could just be like a
A
human,
tape
like
recorder.
a tape
Yeah,
recorder.
basically.
Yeah, and
Okay.
be like, or like the collect call voice thing. If your parents ever told stories about that, like, hey, Grandma, it's me, Adna. I'm in the prison. Please help me.
When you open your mouth, it goes bing ding after the message. Please.
Do you accept this collect call?
Okay. So
Okay.
I will go to the grandson.
Okay. I will also go. Well, actually, I don't want to talk to the captain.
No, I'm gonna go eavesdrop on the captain. My goal is that we get enough
Uh-huh.
information from the grandson
Mhm.
that we can maybe blackmail the captain, and maybe
Okay.
I can get some more information by sneaking around his
Okay.
place of work.
Then, so we're splitting the party in the first session. I
Absolutely.
feel like Matt's gonna be real happy about killing us. So, so Red and Lion Girl are going down. Lion Girl's basically gonna record
Yeah,
to my
basically.
phone. What Adnuk is saying. I'm going to be keeping a watch out and helping you ask questions because you don't have all the words sometimes, I guess. And Drew is going to either eavesdrop or snoop around Zachro's office, depending on whether or not he's there. We should be stealthy going into the holding cell because
Yep.
we don't know if he's there or not.
That sounds good.
All right. We worked this out in character, and it sounded much cooler than we made it seem.
You got to stop comparing yourself to like other D&D players. Just play
Honestly,
D&D the way you want to play D&D.
I
Yeah.
don't fucking know how I want to play D&D.
Well, then you got to figure it out. Like literally, like one of my least favorite things is that like every single person who starts playing D&D thinks that they have to be Critical Role, and not everyone likes playing D&D like Role
Yeah.
plays D&D. D&D is very much an individual thing, and the way you like to play it, play the way you like to play it, and don't beat yourself up because it doesn't look like the way someone else plays it. You know?
Yeah.
There's like there's even like a name for it of like new D&D players thinking that every D&D session is like Critical Role. So I think it's like Matt Mercer syndrome or something. But literally it's like every time someone starts playing D&D, they think it's Critical Role and then they get mad when it's not, but that's not what D&D is.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what Critical Role is, but that's not what D&D is.
Yeah.
So play it the way you want to play and stop comparing yourself to other people.
Alright,
Okay.
so who's going first for this clusterfuck of events? I guarantee you it's gonna be a clusterfuck.
Okay.
What do you think would be the best?
I'd say a Drugel's thing first.
Yeah. So you get
Alright.
into that.
So Drugel just walks down the hallway, kind of looking into the windows of the doors, just trying to see which one's right. Nope, not that one. Oh, there he is. And Zacro is just sitting at his desk, quietly doing paperwork.
Okay.
I will be right back.
Is there any pipes nearby? Like any ventilation pipes? Any?
You gonna vent, you little imposter?
Well, I'm tiny. I'm gonna vent. I'm tiny as a tiny, and also kobolds are very very good at digging. It's one of their
Yeah.
best skills because they dig under cities and then they like steal things from under them. So, are there any vents? Is there a sewer system by any chance? Anything that I've seen in my way to this spot? Now that I know where this room is.
Make a perception check.
Okay. That is. Let me pull up my sheet. 11.
So looking around, it's kind of hard to see at first, but about 30 feet down the hallway, the way you just came, there's a vent on the ceiling, but it's screwed in very tight.
Okay. Would my abilities to tinker and like the fact that I have tinker tools help me undo the screws at all if I
Yes.
could get up to the ceiling?
Yeah.
How tall is the ceiling?
I'd say that it's probably about
How
8
many
feet,
people
9
are
feet.
around?
There's about 8 feet. It's about 8 feet tall. There doesn't appear to be anybody in these hallways.
Okay.
Gonna Mission Impossible it.
I am gonna Mission Impossible.
I should have stayed and just held you up in the air.
It's too late now.
You can see Drugel if you're still standing in the starting spot.
Okay,
He's only about 50 feet down the hallway.
I'm gonna help him really quick.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna silently but quickly walk back and point at the vent silently.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to also silently walk back, which should be very easy in my little Peter Pan shoes.
Alright, so you're gonna undo the screws?
Yep, with my tinker tools, I'm gonna undo the screws, and then I'm gonna jump back in, and then I'm gonna at least try to screw at least one back in so it stays up there.
So you unscrew it, you pull the vent down, and then you get up in the vent, and as you pull the vent in, you hear it latch. So it holds in place.
Ooh. Okay. Then I'm using the schematics I built in my brain from setting up where things are. Using all my kobold skills of digging under buildings, I'm gonna try to find my way through the pipes to be around his area.
Okay, so as you walk down the ventilation, or not walk, you kind of crawl, because even though you are small, it's still smaller than you. You're kind of very tightly squeezed in here, and you're having a hard time pulling yourself through the vents. Make a stealth check.
Okay.
Because your armor would be screeching along.
Yes, it would. Oh no.
But has Zacro ever heard the sound of a kobold scraping through a vent?
The answer is 7.
So there's
Maybe
quite a
has
bit
really
of
shitty
clanging.
perception.
There's some clanging going on, and there's the constant screech. But it's
That's an
muffled.
underwater base.
It is a little bit muffled.
Yeah.
And so you turn the corner to the vent right above Zacro's office, and you through the vent you're able to see him just look up like, what the fuck is going on up there? But he doesn't see you.
Okay.
Actually, let's roll a perception. No, he doesn't see you.
Now I need to get him out of this room. Because I'm assuming he's silently sitting at his desk, right?
Yes, he is silently sitting at his desk doing homework.
Homework.
And is
No.
Paperwork.
His paperwork, yes. Yes, he's doing homework. I don't know why I said that.
Is he filing a putting my own soldier in prison report?
You don't know, you're not there.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go to the holding cells again.
All right, you're gonna have to find your way there.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
I
and
assume
wait
it's
for Alex, because Alex
downstairs.
is gonna come with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming with you.
Yeah, I'm still waiting my turn in case Drupal.
I mean, we
Doing-
can switch between the two. I'm okay waiting if you guys want to do your thing.
I don't know. It's whatever Matt wants.
Matt, what's gonna work for you the best?
We can go ahead and go to the cells.
Yeah, just think of it like a
'Cause-
TV drama. We're
Well,
we're playing
I mean,
out our
it's not
actions.
it's not like Drugal's gonna be doing much more.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
just listening.
Yeah,
I
you're
have
just
plans of what I might do, but
all you
I
hear
wanna...
is light pencil scratching and just like I
Yeah, I
still
nothing.
can't
I hear
quite
nothing.
understand why the vents were making those noises. Oh well. And then more pencil scratching.
Huh. Weird.
Probably a bird. But wait, we're underwater. A fish, then.
Yes, a fish got in.
Yeah. Okay, so I assume the holding cells would be under.
She did say they're underground.
So I would look for staircases going down.
So as you look around, you are at that intersection. It's kind of like a T-shaped intersection. And so there's a hallway that goes down to the left, and then the hallway that goes straight goes to the office, and then it kind of ends.
Repeat that.
So you're at a T-shaped intersection, or I guess
Uh-huh.
like this, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, because you came out of the barracks,
Uh-huh.
and there's a hallway going to your left, and then a hallway going straight, and the hallway going straight goes past Zacro's office, and then it ends, and then there's a hallway to the left.
Can we check the hallway to the left?
Yep, so you walk down that hallway and it opens up into a room. It's kind of empty, but it's a room. It's got like a table with some chairs around it and a little couch. You assume it's kind of like just a lounge to chill in.
Mm-hmm.
And then the hallway continues, but there is a set of stairs that go down.
Okay, I'm going there.
Going down the stairs?
Let's just go deeper.
Well, you go down the stairs and you pretty much
stealthily?
immediately see cells, but all of them
Okay.
are empty.
Can
And there's a
I-
hallway going down the center of the cells.
Let's
Okay.
continue on.
So you continue on, and at the end you do see a little hole with it. Well, it's kind of like an outline of a hole. It's like a manhole cover.
Uh-huh. So, can we assume that there is like a hidden chamber down there?
Sure, it's not well hidden, but
Mm-hmm.
Half-assed hidden. Okay, can I make a strength check to try and like open it up?
upon further inspection, you will see that it looks like it requires a special tool to lift it open. But if you want to make a strength check, you're welcome to.
Yeah, wedge my little trident in there. Okay.
You can try.
Yeah, I can certainly try. Okay. So far, the dice that you made that I bought from you have been giving me the best rolls. So
Oh,
that is an 18 plus 2 strength.
yeah.
So unnatural 20.
That is
Okay.
exactly the DC you needed to pull this
All right.
up by yourself.
Your
so
dice are magic.
We
Everyone
we should...
go to Etsy's shop or something.
I actually already threw out the dice
Aw.
molds.
Aw.
We should get together and make dice again. 'cause
We
Alex
should.
and I used to make
I
dice.
have tiny little ceramic turtles I want to make into dice.
Yay.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I have dice molds, but I'm planning on using them for candy.
Ooh.
That's fair.
All right.
We have
so
a ton.
you
We
pull
have
up.
I think 3 sets of dice molds that we made, or I made, I guess.
So you pull up the manhole cover and you see there's a ladder that descends into darkness.
Mm-hmm. All right. I say to Line Growl, do you have a light spell or something? Line?
Mr. Growl.
Mr.
Mr.
Growl?
Growl.
Alex?
I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Just look under spells. You might have a cantrip that
You
like
do not.
dancing light.
You have burning hands.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and I was looking at Burning Hands,
Wait.
and that's a damage one.
But your hands are feathers. Wait. Oh no, you do have little hands. Okay.
You're just like, wait, you do have little hands.
You have little feather hands.
Um,
Okay. Then I will. Do I have a torch? Yeah,
You should.
but like
I can
I'll wait
use
until
I can use Burning Hands to light the torch.
I have a tinder box.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll climb down the ladder and then light a torch, so I don't have to hold
Is
it.
is the hole big enough for Red to get through?
Yes.
I feel like you should also
not
make sure it's not a
that
sewer,
big.
because if you light a torch in a sewer, you're gonna have a bad time.
I take a big whiff. Is it a sewer?
Smells fine.
Okay.
Is it big enough for Red to go down?
Yes.
I'm not that big.
Chonky.
I'm not
bigger
like
than
a
us.
Goliath. I'm just a tall, buff dude.
You're bigger than us.
Yeah, but like I'm average. You guys are small. Well, I'm slightly above average. You are slightly below average. Droogle is small.
Okay.
Droogle is 2.5 feet tall.
Yep.
Then let's see what's down this hole.
All right. So you light the torch and you
That's
see
what she said.
a big steel door on the other
Ooh.
side of the ladder.
I turned to Lion and I'm like, this seems fairly overkill for someone who just brought foreigners into their land and just dropped them off at their grandmother's.
It does not matter.
Well, you might think that, but we could be unlocking something much bigger than just a missing boy. We may be what's the phrase? Biting off more than we can chew.
Does not matter.
I don't like your alignment, whatever it is. That's me in my. All right. Let's get going.
You're thinking to yourself, I don't like their vibes.
Yeah, like
Are there locks on the steel door?
It is locked.
I have thieves' tools.
Oh man, it hurts not being able to talk.
I have thieves' tools.
All right, make a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand, that works for me. Our first natural 20 of the night.
Ooh! So you manage to unlock this in seconds, and you swing the door wide open.
I step back.
It opens outward.
Dramatic pause.
Yeah, and the torchlight doesn't reach very far, but you do see some older, more rusted cells down here.
I'm going to call out, is anyone there?
Oh, that's probably a bad idea.
You kind of hear a weak clanging in the back.
You haven't been there that long. I don't think you'll have like bones and stuff showing.
Well, no, but you hear like metal on metal clanging.
Okay, I step in front of Lime Growl in case anything is dangerous. You're small. I want to protect you. Even if I don't think you're all that bright. No offense. It's just you're very determined.
No, you're fine.
We barely know.
Who rescued us from dying?
This is my character.
Yeah.
So
I think you're forgetting that they also rescued us from literally sinking in the ocean and dying.
I mean, yeah, but like we've been dealing with the military way too much for Red's liking.
That is fair.
Maybe I just want to be a farmer, you know?
Let's see if Adnuk is in there.
Yep.
Alright, so as you walk down the hall, closer and closer to the source of the clanging, you do see a young drow boy. Let me
Alright, let's see what kind of twink it is.
I hate you.
Wrong.
Meanwhile, Drugel's just in the vents, just sitting like
He's humming the
Int-
Mission Impossible
dun,
theme to
dun,
himself.
dun, dun,
So
dun.
he is a young
Oh, he's
drow.
a nerd.
He's a nerd.
He also has dreadlocks, kind of like his grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
and he is in torn military outfit. He looks like he's been lashed and beaten,
Oh.
and he's kind of just curled up on the floor.
Now I
Adna
gotta kill that captain
is
dude.
that you?
What did you say?
Adnook,
Mm.
is that you?
He sort of just looks over at you, and he's like, yeah.
Aww.
We are here to save you.
He just sort of nods. He's tired. He hasn't been fed or given water since he got down here.
Your grandmother sent us.
He just nods again.
Mm-hmm.
Let's break him out.
Okay.
Make sure you also get a message from him
Yes.
to show the grandmother, because also it might be kind of hard to sneak him out off.
Yeah.
But you can maybe rally people by getting his word out there.
Yeah,
Please.
I think in my head I'm planning on having you bring him back to his grandmother
Okay.
while I go kill that captain.
Okay.
By yourself.
You want to try to go kill the captain by yourself?
I'll take some help from maybe like we can both get him out of here and then we'll all go back, but like
Yeah.
Well, I mean, wouldn't it be more beneficial to get the grandma like aware of the situation, and then maybe since she's a pillar of the community, she can rally people against the captain. Maybe not to kill him, but like
I want to kill him.
I mean, yes, but like at least have there be, because again, as foreigners, not a good look for us to come and kill the guy in charge and then leave. So it might be more beneficial to get the town on our side before we kill somebody.
Tell me
but
what
in my
happened.
head, I'm thinking I'm going to kill this man. I'm a barbarian, remember?
That is valid.
Rage.
That is
This
valid.
is my rage. My rage is silent.
I'm gonna look at him and say, I need to know what happened so I can tell your grandmother. I can imitate your voice so she will believe me.
He just sort of turns his head over a little bit to look more at you and just... Well, I told Denise that I brought you guys down here, and I guess she told Zacro, Captain Zacro. And
Denise.
he came to see me and said that it was against policy to bring foreigners down here.
Policy.
Especially if they're suspected to be from the West. And then he brought me down here and said it's against policy and that he can't... he didn't want to legally do anything about it, but like... He just wanted to get rid of me.
He told your grandmother you were missing.
I'm gonna say to Linegrout, just try to unlock it. I'm done with this. I don't want him to suffer. I want to just get him out of here.
Lion Growl's gonna nod. Let's roll another sleight of hand.
Yep, sleight of hand.
Before
if
you
it
guys
doesn't work, I will try and like bend the bars.
Before you guys start sneaking him out of the building, can I finish with Drugel in the vents?
Yes.
Okay.
All I'm gonna do is my roll, and then it can go back to you.
Yep, this is gonna be a little harder than the door that you already got to.
Yeah. Let's hope for another natural 20. Use the same dice.
15.
What?
15.
That's exactly what you needed. And so you pulled the door open, and he just kind of continues laying there. He's tired.
I can pick him up and like sling him over my shoulder. He looks like a little lad.
He is very light.
Yeah, okay.
It hasn't been that long down here, but he ran out of food and water when he was rescuing you guys, and wasn't fed or watered between then and now.
He's a baby boy, and I will protect him with my life.
He's like early 20s. He's not that young. Well, no,
Like a third of
I'd
my
say he's
age.
probably closer
Get
to
away from my
18.
mac and cheese.
He's probably
Sorry.
closer to 18, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
A third my age.
Your character, yeah. I was like, wait,
Character
what?
age. Yeah.
Yeah, so you alright, so you get him out, you start going up the ladder.
I am 60 years old. Sorry
and now
for
we're
lying to
gonna
you.
jump cut back to Droogle.
Yep.
What you doing, Droogle?
All right. I had a question for you first.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
What's Thido, the captain, right?
Yeah.
Does Thido strike you as more of a hungry man or a horny man?
What? It could be both with clams.
Just
They're
answer the question.
aphrodisiacs.
I don't know how to answer that.
Hungry or horny? There's only two emotions.
That's not true.
Hungry, horny, and sad.
Have you met anyone that worked in the military?
My parents.
And my dad and grandpa.
Hungry or horny?
My
How many kids are in your family? Hungry or horny?
Hungry.
My mom only had
We're all
sex
fat
in
and there's
order
only
to
2
have
kids.
children.
It's 2 kids,
But-
but we're all fat.
But
so hungry.
But unrelated. Is he hungry or horny?
I would say that he's hungry for power.
I'm talking like food hungry though.
Is he horny for power though?
Is he horny for power?
I don't know how to answer this. What?
Is he hungry or horny? It's a simple question. Hungry or horny?
I don't.
Just say power hungry.
Yep, power hungry is what I said.
Oh, are you gonna drop a fucking clam on him?
No.
No, teehee.
No. Yep.
We'll go with horny then. Or well, maybe hungry. Did I pass any kitchens on my way here?
No.
Do I know in any which way where the kitchens are?
No.
Okay.
You have no idea.
I have no idea.
No idea.
And then so that's the hungry option. The horny option. How is he holding his pencil? I need to figure out which way this man swings.
How's he holding hands?
He is holding it like this. Weird. Kind of weird.
It's a fucking straight man.
How clean is this man's office?
He's straight, but he has a secret, dark, deep fetish.
It is practically bare. It is clean floor, clean walls, but the desk drawers, you can see when he opens one, is a mess. It's absolutely messy in there. It
Oh,
kind of looks
definitely
like he was
kinky.
it kind of looks like he cleaned up his office for an audit.
Okay. And I'm assuming him and Denise look different. Like they're not related.
What are you getting at here?
What?
I don't know.
Yes,
What,
they
Matt?
look different. Denise is
Okay.
a completely different race.
Okay.
God, what I would give to know what's going on in your brain right now, Dryas.
So would I.
Yeah.
I am deeply concerned. There's a reason I don't allow bards in my campaigns. Unless
Yeah.
you want to go the roundabout way of becoming one.
No,
Okay.
hungry or horny. There's a method behind the madness.
Let me know how much time would have passed, because, like, the second we get back up there, I'm gonna, like, tap on the vent to try and, like, signal to him we're going.
Okay. I'm going to. I'll explain to you guys out of character real quick what my thought process is because I like the mystery, but also I want to explain what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get him out of the room so I can investigate his books and his files and stuff. And so either I can tempt it out with food or tempt him out with sex. So I need to figure out which one's gonna be work better.
There's a third option that is probably more effective.
What's the third option, Matt? There
I
is
can't,
no
I
third
can't
option.
tell. I can't tell you.
Hunger? Or horny or hunger?
I
Uh,
mean, making a ruckus.
that is true.
But then he's gonna be harder to kill.
You know what? I'm just gonna go like a complete like 180. Just do something entirely different. I'm
Oh,
gonna use magical tinkering. And I am going to enchant the outside of his door so that not the inside, but the outside. So it sounds like someone is knocking on it, and then I'm gonna try to
Don't you
imitate the
have to
gnome.
touch it to do that?
I don't think so. I think, well, maybe I do actually. Imbue a tiny non-magical object property of your choice, 5 foot radius, light up 5 seconds, long recorded message, emits odor or non-verbal sound, static visual effect, including up to 25 words of text. You can affect a maximum of 3 objects at a time.
You could fill the room with stinky gas.
oh
Yeah.
no.
Well,
Oh,
I
he's
Fart
gonna
bomb it.
see.
well that was my other option was to like make a fart noise and then make the room smell really bad. That was another option I thought about. This is how my brain works.
Mhm.
But Hungry and Horty sounded funnier. So,
Mhm.
I'm gonna imbue the door with a knocking sound on one side. I'm gonna use two of my well, I'm gonna imbue it with the knocking sound, the smell of smoke, and I'm gonna I'm trying to figure out how this works. I can make 5 foot radius light up to 6 second long recorded message emits odor or nonverbal. So I can do all of that in one thing, or can I only do one thing at a time, Matt?
Does it say or and?
It says imbue a tiny magical object with a magical property of your choice, 5 foot radius. Radius light up to 6 second long recorded message emits odor or nonverbal sound, static visual effect, including up to 25 words of text. You can affect a maximum of 3 objects at a time.
Hold on, let me find this.
Because depending on
Yeah.
what I can do.
It says or, so you can pick one.
Okay. Uh, so I'm just gonna cast the recorded message, and I'm gonna make it sound like someone's knocking at the door,
Mm-hmm.
and then saying that there's a fire, like screaming that there's a fire in what's a distant part of the base. I don't know this layout of this base, so I'm just gonna say like there's a fire down the hall, the opposite direction that we came from.
You're gonna say down the hall the opposite direction we came from.
No, I'm gonna say there's a fire. It's gonna be frantic, so I'm gonna say like, ah, quick, General, there's a fire. It's out of control. So I'm gonna
Captain.
Captain.
Captain, there's a fire. It's out of control, and then make the sound like it's like footsteps running in the opposite direction, and then using my
Away from the
last,
barracks.
oh yeah, like away from the barracks, and then using my last action, I'm going to imbue his pen with the smell of smoke, so his room starts to smell like smoke.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Alright, so he hears the
Okay.
knocking and the screaming, and he kind of gets up real quick and opens the door and looks back and forth, but sees nobody. So now he's wondering, what the fuck is going on?
Is the smoke working at all? The smell of smoke not doing
He
nothing?
just ran away from his pen, so... he would have dropped the pen.
Is he outside of the room right now?
He is holding the door open and looking around it. Let's do... He... You know, I'm gonna say that he... I rolled a 5, so I'm gonna say that he falls for it. And he starts running down the hallway in the direction you indicated. But that
Okay.
ends in a dead end.
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
So now he starts running back.
I'm going to, as quickly as humanly possible,
Koboldly possible.
koboldly possible. I'm assuming these doors have locks on them, right?
Yeah.
And they have windows in them.
Yes.
Okay, I'm opening the vent, taking a piece of fabric out of my bag and hanging it over the vent so that way it covers the window and the door.
Make a strength check to get out of the vent.
That is valid.
Valid.
Or would it be dexterity since you're pretty crammed in there?
Which one do you want me to roll?
I'm gonna go
Probably
with
dex.
strength. I'm
Okay,
gonna go with
strength
strength
works.
because it's
Man, these
screwed
dice are
into
not
the
on my
ceiling.
side. Hold on.
Well, it is screwed into the ceiling, so.
That is
Then I don't
true.
know, maybe use different dice.
Oh, did I not unscrew it first? Oops. Where's strength? I lost strength. It's low, but I'm trying to find strength on this list.
It should
I
be up
think you have
top.
+0.
It should be up top under your name.
Oh,
The
that's
bigger
saving.
boxes.
Is that saving throws though? Is that?
No,
I
no,
thought-
above that. The bigger
Oh.
boxes.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah,
have
zero.
+0.
Zero. So 3 is the answer.
Oh my.
Oof.
So you kick at the vent, and there's just a loud clang!
You hurt your foot. You hurt your little foot.
No, your foot's fine.
But
now,
nothing happens.
the captain is like, wait a minute. And he goes back into the room, looks up, sees a little sees a little bit of a dent in the vent, and he's like, well, shit. And he's gonna...
Well, shit.
He did not
I'm
roll
a
high enough
scurry.
to think anything of it, so he sits back down at his desk.
He just didn't think anything of it again.
Oh,
Yeah.
he is stupid.
He's real
Thank
dumb.
God. Thank
I
God.
love it when our enemies are stupid. I'm gonna kill
Yes.
them.
Well, that didn't work. Well, he's confused, that's for sure. Does the vent open up on the opposite side of the door at all? Like into the hallway?
No, it still had that one screw in, and I don't think you're close enough to do anything to it.
Well,
No,
it
I mean
latched.
like near his area. Does it open up in the hallway anywhere besides where I entered it? Or is it only where I entered that it opens up?
So it went down the hallway, and you took the turn to his office. It keeps going for a little bit, but it just turns right and goes down. So
Is there any
it just
other
ventilates the
exits
hallway.
I could take that are close to his door, but not in his office?
Just the one you got into.
Okay. Well, that did not work.
Are you gonna admit defeat?
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to get him out of the room because I don't have any spells to do
Mm-hmm.
that anymore.
Are you out of spell slots already?
Well, on the features and traits, it says I can only. It says use is 3, and it says / special.
Mm-hmm.
And I used it on the clam, and then I used 2 of them on that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm gonna just try to sneakily get out of the vent then.
Alright, make a stealth check.
Okay.
Use different dice.
Yeah,
This
I
is
guess
gonna
I
go
should use a
poorly
different
again.
dice.
Yeah. Are we anywhere near, like, coming back up from the dungeons?
You are most of the way down the hallway.
Man, I am not doing good today. I got a 9.
Oh my God.
So there's a
Any
little bit, there's
pluses?
light screeching, and he's like, what the fuck is up there?
Must be a rat.
Do you have any pluses to stealth?
No, yeah, it was. I rolled a 6 and got a +3, so 9.
So at this point, he stands up
Oh,
and
no.
looks into the vent. But you're gone. You're around the corner. He can't see you.
You cannot
But he
beat a
can
kobold's
see-
speed. Kobolds are sneaky, speedy little guys.
He can see scratches through the vent.
really
And so he
big
starts
vent.
he starts unscrewing it. And
All
about
right.
the time that you make it to the other vent, he's got it open. And he is starting to look around inside the vent.
All right, while he's distracted by that, I'm going to silently run down the hallway and lock his door from the outside.
Hold on, you
theoretically
gotta
using my
make a
tinkering
strength
tools.
check to unlatch the vent.
Oh, is it not? Oh yeah, because
It's latched.
It only had one screw
No,
in
no.
it.
Oh, yeah,
He
can I
pulled
use-
it closed and it latched.
Can I use my tinkering tools to open it?
Just do a strength check. It's not gonna be hard.
I mean, have you seen my strength?
Yes, I have.
11.
Yep, so you successfully kick it free, and it clatters down on the ground.
And then I'm gonna run down the hallway, and using my tinkering tools, I'm gonna try to like insert a little piece of metal or something into his door, uh, just to lock him in there. Just because I hate this guy.
Alright, make a
As
sleight
you
of
should.
hand check. And you
Okay.
get one try. You get one try before he's opening the door and looking,
Mhm.
because you just made a huge noise.
All right. And then where's sleight of hand? 16.
That is enough. Yeah. So you
Oh.
locked him in, and
And, I-
now the rest of the party is coming into the tea section.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna join me like we gotta go now.
Mhm. Yeah. We start like speed walking. Maybe not
Yeah.
quite running, but like
I thought you wanted to
stopped.
kill him.
We should bring this guy to his grandma first. And like I stop
Fair.
briefly in the barracks and say, your superiors tortured your fellow soldier. You should
Well, they already know that. They turned him in.
Mm,
They're dicks too.
Or
yeah.
maybe they don't know what exactly
Denise
happened to him.
turned him in, but she didn't know what happened to him, and I don't think anyone else knew what happened to him. So I'm just going to say your superior is corrupt and a cruel man, and you
That's a bad
should
idea.
like I'm just going to very briefly say like this is what this guy did. You should not be following him.
You don't think we should maybe sneak around the soldiers?
Their only way out is going straight through the barracks. I don't think we can sneak out with a bloody man over my shoulder.
We could look for other doorway.
We don't have the time. He's gonna start shouting. But like I stop very briefly and like just say a couple words to that effect and then keep going.
What were the words again?
Like your superior tortured this young man.
Yeah, he tortures all of us. And they're just
I'm
kind of
not
like,
stopping for a
yeah.
conversation. You should not stand for this.
Everyone else is just like, yeah, we know. It's the military.
Okay, then I just fucking go if they're lost causes.
We gotta move. We gotta move. The Princess of Clams awaits.
We gotta go.
And Drugel is out the door. Drugel is bolted.
Yeah, I'm following quickly.
Same.
Alright, so you get out the door. You go directly to Kurna's little house.
Mhm.
And I guess you probably just let yourselves in.
Yeah.
At least knock.
I'm coming in! And just, so you walk in, present her with her grandson. She's, oh! Adnuk, thank you so much! You found him!
He is bleeding!
Where was he?
And then
And she's already starting to bandage him up.
Yeah. I say, this is Zakro Thido's doing. Show them, lion.
And then I will basically...
I mean, you brought the boy here. Why do you need the recording anymore?
He might be passed out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
He's tired as hell. So I'm gonna say everything he said in his voice.
Yeah. No stopping to make the sound patch together.
Yeah.
And she's just kind of shocked, like, oh, well, and she kind of looks down at Adnuk and she's, we need to get out of here.
Do we get a grandma?
We can't stay here if that's the situation. I have to get Adnuk out of here.
Well, we will assist you best we can to the surface.
Surface, Clam Queen!
We need to get to a different city.
Or that, yes.
Well, they don't want to live on land.
No,
There's a reason that the people have settled underwater, but none of them are quite sure why.
I mean, neither am I.
Then let's make our way to another city.
And she said, the three nearest cities are the Rift, Reefside, and Algae Docks. Would you help us get out of here?
Yes, let's go.
Yes, we kind of have to leave now. I kind of locked the angry little man in his room.
I would have preferred to kill him, but I can settle for escaping.
But being embarrassed is so much better.
At this point, you hear shouting from outside. You hear, "Foreigners!
Hmm.
Present yourselves now!"
Time to go.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta
Gotta
go,
go.
gotta go.
Do you have any sewer systems in
I
this
know.
city? Is there any other ways to get out, like underwater docks? Any
There's only
uh
one way. There's only one way out. It's the bubble boats. They are called bubble
Elbow
boats.
sounds lovely.
Please don't make fun of that. That's the only name I could come up with for them. But they're basically
too.
big magic bubbles that get you where you want to
Yeah.
go.
That's great. Bubble boats sound great. At this point, you can hear that Drugel's like little gremlin voice is coming out because he knows he's in trouble, so he's getting a little bit more frantic.
There's the anxiety.
The 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 port is on the other side of the barracks.
Well, then we better get going. Do you have a back door?
No, I only have the front door. My
Then
back door
we
is
will
pressed
push
up
our way
against the
through.
dome.
Oh no.
My first thought to respond was, "Then let's make a back door."
Hmm.
You're
do we
gonna
have
flood.
any-
You're gonna flood it, really?
Can we make a back door? Not
The back door,
I don't
the back of the building's against the glass wall, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
but
okay.
like left and right. We still have left and right.
That's true.
I assume it's not surrounded by water on all sides.
No, it's not. But on left and right, there's decently sized alleyways. Like, you heard foreigners present yourselves from not that far away. Like, the barracks are not that far away from her house. They're within eyeshot. Like,
Okay.
maybe 20 yards. It's not far.
I say to her, hypothetically, if we could travel quickly through water, if we could just go straight through the water, how quickly could we get to the bubble boats?
Straight through water.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you and I can
That's-
both swim very well. The bird can't.
I also have
She's
shaped
kind of
water.
panicking now. Like, where
Mm.
with Adnook in this state, he can't swim.
I can
very
carry
fast,
him. I am strong.
and the bubble boats can only be loaded from inside the dome, and she's very stressed. She just wants to go out the front door and get out.
In the distance, you just hear "nice."
And you hear, "Foreigners!
Okay, then
Come face
We
me!"
then we will push our way forward. Let's go. I pick up Adnuk, sling him over my shoulder. We are going now.
You're
I
going
just
out the front
realized
door.
I don't have the only weapons I have are like daggers.
My theory was I have shaped water, so we could like punch a hole through. I could shape the water around us, water bending style, and we could just make a break for the bubble boats.
Or
Or
you could
just-
use your shape water to flood them out. To like knock them over, and then you could leave a path for us to run while all the guys are trying to get back to their feet.
Yeah, but like I don't have access to water right now. It's all on the other side of the very thick glass.
Do you have isn't there a spell that makes water, or do you not have that?
I have shape water, not create water.
Okay.
Create and destroy water, I believe, is 3rd level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we don't want to drown the whole city.
Let's
Yeah.
just go through the front door then.
Yeah.
All right.
And just go in the opposite direction of them.
Where's my crossbow?
Okay. We are bolting out the door. I am
So
carrying
you-
whoever cannot run.
You bolt out the front door, and Stinky Bastard Man appears. He is standing kind of in the middle of the square, and as soon as you walk out the front door, he snaps his head to look at you, and points right at you and goes, "Face me!"
Is he the only one there?
Yeah.
Does he have backup?
No. Not that you can see.
Does it
Are-
sound like backup is coming?
No. It sounds like
Are-
nobody else cares.
Are
Okay, I'm
there
going to
a
gently-
small?
Hmm?
Are there small? Is there like a small object around that I could hypothetically throw at his face?
I'm
Pebbles?
I have catapult. Still like 1 to 5 pounds.
Okay. Slingshot, you mean?
No, I have catapult.
There's
Oh, is that a
pebbles
spell?
around. There you could find.
There's clams.
There's clams. There's always
Just machine
clams.
gun clams at him.
I'm going to gently place down Adnuk, and get out my crossbow.
Yeah, I'm also gonna get out my crossbow and I'm gonna loudly proclaim, "Hold on, hold on."
All right, I guess we're rolling initiative then.
Yep.
All
Let's
right,
roll
everybody,
initiative.
roll initiative.
I will roll initiative, but first, can I do my hold on thing?
Well, I'm looking at what my initiative is real quick.
You cannot talk me down. I'm gonna kill this man.
Oh no, I'm not saying hold on, talk down. I'm saying can I do something real quick as a to make fun of him before we start the combat?
Sure.
I pull
Oh,
out my
sorry.
crossbow. I snap off the tip of the arrow so there's just nothing there, and I tie a little piece of paper to it that just says "You're a bitch," and I shoot it at the ground in front of him.
Okay.
You're a bitch.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, I wrote you a song, and then I'm gonna shoot it at the ground in front of him.
Red, what is your initiative?
Can't see it very well. 17.
Where is initiative?
Oh wait, I have a
Oh,
plus.
there it is.
So roll d20 then plus your
I
initiative.
have 17 plus 1, 18.
Okay. Droogle, what is your initiative?
20.
20. Dang.
20. The first time I've rolled pretty good.
Lion growl.
Nice.
Alex, what is your
Um,
initiative? Lion growl.
Totally not 11.
Okay.
Good.
Alright. Let me pull up the battle map real quick.
Ooh.
Let me just
Yeah. Really quick, how far away is he?
gotta pull up the turtle cam. I'm using turtle cam for this.
Nice. How far away is he? I want to know if he's within my walking speed so I can slowly walk up and just bop. Dead.
Hold on. So first I'm gonna introduce the minis that I'm using.
Oh, are we using my Halola mini?
Yeah,
Oh.
this is red until we get a mini for red. So this was
My old
Vic's other
character,
character.
Halola.
We're gonna say you're right here-ish. And you've got, so this will be Adnek, just a little foot soldier.
Aw.
And he's laying over because he's tired.
You mean a little bitch?
There's the grandmother.
That's a baby.
Yeah, that's the baby.
Oh, I thought it was the bad guy. Oops.
No,
Nope.
Zachary is the bad guy.
Zacro. We're gonna use
Velcro.
this for we're gonna use this for Lion Growl because it's
That
the only
works.
mini I
Incredible.
have with wings right now.
That works.
Incredible.
And
I'm
then,
excited to make minis. That'll be fun.
Yeah, and then I've got a kobold. So I do happen to have kobolds.
You know, one of the reasons I like about kobolds is that like any kobold kind of looks like other kobolds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can make a mini pretty like out of anything, pretty much. It's fun. I like
And for
kobolds.
Zacro, I'm using a mini that Joy painted for one of her characters that she never got to play. And so he's kind of, let's say this is kind of about the distance I imagined. 5, 10, 15. He's about 40 feet from you guys.
Okay.
So it is Droogle's turn. You get to go
Hey, I
first.
wrote you a poem. Did you get a chance to read it yet?
Fuck you.
You can move and attack in this game, right? Like
Yes.
you move and then you attack, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you can
Alright.
you can move at any time during your turn.
I'm going to move behind our big water genasi. And I'm just gonna say, stand in front of me, bodyguard, and then I'm gonna shoot a crossbow from between their legs.
Very easy.
Alright, roll to hit.
Okay, and then what do you roll?
D20, and then add your
Crossbow.
proficiency modifier.
And then where is that? Where's the proficiency modifier?
When you should have an attack section in D&D Beyond.
Actions? Attack. Oh, you're right.
Yes.
So I add +5 to my roll, right?
Yes.
Is that what it is? Okay. Ugh. 21.
That hits for sure.
He's a bitch.
He's a weak little bitch.
He just has a low armor class, and plus you rolled a 21. That's gonna hit most things.
He's a bitch.
That's gonna hit pretty much everything at level 1.
Yeah.
I like how he's like, there could have been diplomacy, but no.
He's just a bitch.
After he tortured the baby.
Yeah, no.
He's not a baby, he's like 18.
He's a baby to us. To me,
Yeah.
specifically. Red. I'm an old man.
Droogle only cares because to Droogle, the baby is royalty, and royalty shouldn't be treated like that.
Alright, roll your damage.
9.
Okay. So he clutches the arrow as you hit him with it, and he just pulls it out, and he drops it on the ground. Very dramatically. He's a drama queen.
Mm-hmm.
You said 9?
Cowering behind the leg of our giant water genasi, I'm still going to continue to call him a bitch.
Yes,
Well,
they said 9.
It is Red Monsoon's turn next.
Alright, I would like to...
Wait, do you have any bonus actions, Droogle?
What does that mean?
Do you have bonus actions?
Like what? What are bonus? Like what? Where would those be on my sheet?
So if
Under actions, scroll down.
yeah, bonus action. You can do 2-weapon fighting. So if you wanted to take your dagger and run out to him, you can stab him. Give him a little stabby.
I gotta stay behind my bodyguard.
Okay. Alright. It is your turn, Red.
I'm going to shoot him with my light crossbow.
Okay.
And the hit /DC is +3, and I have a proficiency bonus of +2. Do I add both of those?
No, if it says +3, that's what you have.
Okay.
Because it automatically adds your proficiency bonus.
Okay. I rolled an 11, so 14.
That hits.
Alright. And then it's 1d8 plus 1 of piercing damage.
1d8.
Where are my d8s? Is this my d8? Yes. That's a 3 plus 1. That's only 4.
4 points of damage.
This man is gonna die before he even gets a chance to fight back.
Yeah, and then I'm going to take my walking speed up to him. I'm gonna get right up in his face.
Hold on, how much, what's your walking speed?
30 feet.
30 feet?
Yeah.
So that is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, you said he was like 40 feet away. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you have a weapon with reach, you can still hit him.
Yep, 20-foot reach, it says.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
It's a big trident. Big guy.
I'll be right back.
Then for my bonus action, I'm going to rage, and it's not a big yell or a shout or anything like normal barbarians are. I am just seething.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's all I can do for my turn.
No bonus action?
My bonus action is raging.
Oh, okay. Right. Alright, it is now Zakro's turn, and because you are now the closest one to him, and therefore the most threatening, he's going to attack you. He's going to...
bitch boy.
He makes 2 melee attacks.
With what?
He is going to start with...
A little rapier, a little stick sword, toothpick.
He's going to shoot you with a heavy crossbow.
Oof.
That's not a melee weapon. Shouldn't he have disadvantage because like I'm so close to him? Isn't that the thing with ranged weapons?
Only if it's like point blank. You are far enough away that it's fine.
I'm like barely 10 feet away.
Yeah, but you're 10 feet away.
Mhm.
But that for sure hits you. And
What
that's
is
gonna
it?
do 1d10 damage.
What was the roll? I want to know.
21.
Mm, eh,
And that's gonna do 6 damage to you.
whatever.
And he's
Ooh,
also
can
gonna.
I do an opportunity attack?
He has not left your.
Oh, right, that
Yeah.
thing.
He is now gonna try to hit you with the mace.
Mm. A mace? Can he even lift that with his little noodle arms?
Yes. And that is a nat 20. I'm sorry. Um, for a total of 24.
Wait, hold up.
So that's gonna be.
Oh, wait, hold up. I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage while I'm raging.
Okay, so your last hit is gonna be half damage.
Okay, so I'll just heal myself for 3 points. Real
Mhm.
quick.
And this one's gonna be bludgeoning, so.
All right.
Alright, so that's. So, with removing half, that's gonna be 3 points of damage.
All right, so I'm back to how I usually was. All right.
Alright, and it is now Lion Growl's turn.
Boy,
He's
So-
kind of strong.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Sorry.
so where am I compared to him? How far away am I?
You are
What?
where the clear thing is.
Alex, what did I miss?
Nothing much.
He dealt.
You're right
I did
there.
some damage to him.
I am.
He dealt a.
I raged, and he dealt some damage to me, but not
He-
as much as he
yeah,
could
he
have
would've-
because I'm raging.
How much? He would have dealt like 18 damage to you if you hadn't started
Holy
raging.
cow.
I'm
Yeah.
going to run up to be close to the Genasi.
What is your running speed?
300. Not 300.
I was like, holy crap!
300.
30?
30. Yes.
5, 10, 15,
Oh, the
20,
health
25,
monitor hasn't
30.
updated yet.
Oh, you have to refresh your D&D Beyond page a couple times.
Ah.
Okay, and I'm gonna cast Hideous Laughter.
Okay.
Mm.
What does that do? Oh, it's a wisdom save.
Yep.
Okay.
And if he fails, it makes him prone.
He saves. So they're like a half thing?
Like if he does save, does something still happen, or does he just not take effect?
As I'm looking.
It doesn't look like there's any half effect.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything.
Alright,
Yeah.
so he succeeded with a 17.
Alright.
I need to roll a different die. I'm rolling too high for this.
Yeah. Get one of your weighted loser dies.
I don't have any of those.
Get your bad luck
Um,
die.
Did you already finish your dinner, Aspen? I just fed you.
Alright, so now you're looking for a bonus action, I bet?
That's what I'm looking. Bonus
How much-
actions.
How much health do you have, Vic? Because on the thing it still says 12, so I don't know how much.
6.
Okay.
I'm at half.
Refresh your
I-
D&D Beyond page real
I
quick.
already did.
Okay.
Bonus.
Is the-
Why don't I need
is-
to refresh yours?
Is the
For the thing on
overlay
the stream
showing
to
up?
show?
Oh.
Is the
Oh.
D&D Beyond overlay showing up? Because it's not showing up for me. Oh, it is now. Okay.
The overlay is showing up, but it says the health is still 12. That's why I was.
Come on. There we
Let me
go.
reload
No,
the
it
stream.
shows a 6 out of 12 for me.
Okay,
If you
maybe
reload
it's just.
the stream, maybe?
Yeah, maybe it's just me.
It's very possible.
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh.
shows it 6 out of 12. Okay.
Yep, it does. Now it
Alright.
does.
Looking
Uh,
rough.
You have a bonus action?
that's what I'm trying to figure out what I want for my bonus action. Hmm.
You got any magic missiles?
Let's see.
I have catapult, I have find familiar, I have detect magic, and I have burning hands.
For bonus actions, you can do 2-weapon fighting. So
And I will
you can
smack
attack.
him with my quarterstaff.
Hit him in the shin.
That's gonna be one-handed, so that's gonna be the D6.
What about my staff?
Oh, roll to hit.
I have a staff and then a quarterstaff.
Well, regardless, it's probably gonna be one-handed.
Okay. That okay. That's actually worse. 11.
That just hits.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Seriously?
yep, so
We're
roll
level
damage.
1.
Yeah, you're level 1.
Okay.
You can't make things too hard for us.
Yeah,
So
he's a
1d6?
challenge rating of
No.
half.
We're gonna get a total party annihilation at some point.
No. I
No.
Here,
rolled a
have this
1d6.
ancient dragon.
No, I don't want to
I-
fight a dragon.
It's all right.
I-
Drew will just start worshiping it.
I rolled a 1d6.
Yep.
So total damage is 8.
Nice.
Because you have +2 to that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so that's
Alright.
gonna be... So he's starting to look a little bit hurt.
A little bit hurt.
He's at like half health.
So
Okay.
am I.
Nice damage, Alex. Nice damage.
Yeah, alright. Droogle, we're back to you.
Droogle!
Top of the round.
Brutal.
I'm going
Droogle
to
flip switch.
run 1, 2, 3. Because are these 10-foot squares or 5-foot squares?
5-foot squares.
So 1, 2, 3 forward.
1, 2, 3, 4? Or 3?
4 is fine.
4. So that's 20 feet.
And then try to move up around our water genasi, my last movement. So like move up 1 or 2 or whatever. So I had 20 feet, I have 10 feet, so I can move up 2.
So...
Wait, do I have to
Like
be
right
actually
here?
real quick? Hold on. Do I have to?
You looking for right there?
Actually, I'm trying to get as close to the water genasi as possible. Never
You
mind.
are
I changed
right
my
behind
mind. Sorry. Yeah, that's better. I
Okay.
looked at my little chart and it was different than I remembered. So I'm there.
Yep. Yep.
If I use grovel, cower, and beg, that uses up my attack action, right?
What?
I have an action called grovel, cower, and beg.
Then yes,
I
that
can-
is an action.
Yeah, so that uses my action instead of attacking.
I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
Once per short rest, as an action, you can cower to distract foes until the end of your next turn. Allies gain advantage on attacks against enemies within 10 feet of you that can see you.
Oh.
All right.
Allies gain advantage on attacks against enemies within 10 feet of you that can see you. Can you see me?
They should all be able to see you.
Between
Okay.
Red's legs.
Then
Yes.
I'm gonna go. You're a bitch, but also please don't kill me.
Please don't kill me, Mr. Bitch Boy.
I have
Please
a lot to
don't
live
kill me.
for.
I'm just a
Little
little
bitch boy.
kobold. You could kill me with one hit.
I'm just a little tiny man.
I'm just trying to make my family proud.
Alright, so what do you need to roll for that?
It just says once per short rest as an action you can cower distract foes until the end of your next turn, and then allies gain advantage on attacks against enemies within 10 feet of you.
Okay.
I'll just copy and paste it and put it in the chat
Okay.
because
I'm
that's
gonna
easier
put-
than
I'm gonna
reading
put
it.
magic effect on him. so that we can remember.
Yay. Oh, he's got a lifesaver ring.
He's safe for swimming.
Okay.
I bet he can't swim.
Is that all you're gonna do?
Well, my only other option, the bonus action is two weapon fighting,
Mm-hmm.
but I am too far away to hit him with my daggers, I think.
Okay.
Do you have a
Yeah.
crossbow?
Yeah, but I don't have.
It doesn't count for two-weapon fighting.
Yeah.
Alright. Red Monsoon, it is your turn.
All right.
You get advantage.
Yeah, I do. I am going to use my trident. I'm gonna like try and take a swipe at him. So
Okay.
I get advantage, so I'm gonna roll this dice twice.
Mhm.
9.
I think. I say yes confidently, but this whole game I can play it for hours and then forget how the basics of this game work.
I
I don't
rolled
know
a
why.
9 and a 4, so 9 plus 4 is 13. So I guess that hits. And then 1d6 plus 2 of
Why is he doing 9 plus 4?
Yeah.
You choose one or the other.
No, I got a 9 and a 4, and my hit slash DC bonus is 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
9
thought
is
you were
the
just
highest I got.
combining the
No,
dice.
no,
Yeah,
no.
I was-
Trust me, I know how advantage works.
Yeah.
I don't.
I was very confused.
Yeah. Okay. I have a 20-foot reach on that. So it
Okay.
should hit him. That's 1d6 plus 2. Where is my cube? There we are. That is a.
Do you
It's
get
dark in here.
bonuses?
4 plus 2, that's a 6.
6 points of
Ooh.
damage.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Piercing.
He
Do you get
is.
bonuses and thing with like light weapons if you're more dexterous? Is that a thing in this game?
I also have
Mm.
2-weapon fighting, so I'm gonna take my light crossbow again and try and
Okay.
shoot him in the face or the throat.
Crossbow is not a two-weapon fighting.
What?
That's
Hold
your
on.
trident.
Oh, well then can I
Yeah.
hit him again?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll just do that.
But it's one-handed with this one.
Yeah, I did the other one one-handed as well, since I'm
Okay.
still technically wielding the light crossbow.
Ah.
Okay. So I'm gonna hit him again, still with advantage.
Yes, because it is until Drugel's next turn.
11 and a 1, so I'm gonna go 11 plus 4, that's 15. That should hit.
That hits.
That is a very. I like how cowering is so powerful, but also you can
Yeah.
only use it essentially once per combat because
Yeah.
it's only.
That is a 3 plus 2, so 5.
Okay. So that's gonna. So he's looking a little more haggard, but he's still on his feet, and it is his turn.
Oh wait, hold up. Let me see if my. Oh, what does Okay, you gain advantage on strength checks and saving throws, not attacks. +2 melee damage with strength weapons, resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage. Is a trident a strength weapon?
I would call it a dexterity weapon, I think.
Oh wait, hold on. Tags, damage. Proficient, yes. Attack type melee. Damage type piercing. Properties thrown versatile.
Yeah, I would call it dexterity.
Wait, proficiency with a trident allows you to add your proficiency bonus to the attack roll for any attack. Move.
Why do light crossbows do so much damage? Is that right? Because
Yeah.
for me it says 1d8 plus 3.
Yeah.
Oh, mine says 1d8 plus 1.
Oh, so it is modified by like how stealthy I am? Because my dexterity is plus 3. What's your dexterity?
That must be it.
+1.
Oh, so yeah, it must
Yeah.
be a dexterity.
Yep.
Oh, wait,
Dexterity
my
also
trident-
influences your armor class.
Wait, my trident has a +2 and my strength is +2. Does that make the trident a strength weapon?
Yeah, it's a strength weapon, so it already has plus 2 built into it.
It may also be that the trident already had +1.
Or hold up.
I'm not sure.
Well, I think D&D Beyond already calculates like whatever
Oh.
weapon is, it puts whatever your modifier is into
Oh wait,
that
I did not
slot.
activate my rage. So
You are still raging because you got hit
yeah,
last time.
yeah, but I'm just making sure that I have it checked in case it changes anything on my attacks.
It
No.
shouldn't.
Okay, I was just double checking. All
Yeah,
right,
we should all get together and make dice.
Yeah.
I'll make candy
Turtle
dice,
dice.
and
Yeah.
then I'll make I'll make candy dice. I'll put them in a bowl with all of the real dice, mix them up, and make you guys guess.
Alright, so he...
Okay, so I don't do any extra damage, unfortunately. I was hoping I could take him out.
Well, we can make Vic, you can make dice that match your character, like light blue dice or something. That'd
There
be
you
cool.
go.
Blue and black.
Yeah.
Alright, he's gonna take a shot at...
Please not me. It would be very lame if the barbarian dies first.
Well, I was thinking he was gonna take a shot at Lion Growl with the heavy crossbow.
That's alright.
Does an 11 hit you?
Exactly what I needed.
Oof.
Oh, your armor class is 11? Oh,
Ooh.
yep, that means it hits.
Yeah, if it meets it, it hits it.
Yep.
Why is your armor class 16, Dryas? Jesus.
I'm wearing heavy armor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We should probably all get
Alright.
armor.
So that is...
Well, I chose heavy armor as my starting because I'm a little
Oh,
clinkety clackety guy. Also,
Alright.
I'm a healer, so keeping me alive is kind of important.
Yeah, because
So,
you keep us alive.
Lion Growl takes 6 damage.
Ooh.
Oof.
6.
6 damage. And now he's gonna swing the mace at Red.
Oof.
Does a 20 hit?
Oh, does 20 hit? Shut the fuck up.
Mm.
Does a 20 hit?
That's 8 points of damage. Halved to 4.
Half to 4. That's good.
Well, you're not dead, which is good.
You're not dead.
But you're getting there.
2 hit
Well,
points
you'll
left.
probably take him out this next round. It is Lion Growl's turn.
Mm-hmm.
And we have advantage, right?
Yep.
Burning hands up.
What
You are the
You have
last
it-
one who gets advantage.
you can cower until your next turn. Allies gain advantage on attacks against enemies within. Yep, as long as you're attacking him, you get advantage.
Yep.
Because the enemies have to be within 10 feet.
I'm gonna do burning hands.
Ooh.
Alright. Is that a save or an attack roll?
I don't know. As you hold your hands with thumbs
It's a
touching,
dex
fingers
save
spread.
for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Where did my die go? Oh, there it is.
Kind of think it's funny that Drugel has heavy armor but has high dexterity.
That is a failure.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna roll. 5 plus 1 is 6 plus 2 is 8.
How do you want to do this?
Oh,
Ooh.
Put your hands on his throat and burn.
He's gonna go up and put one of his hands on his throat and the other on his face.
Mm-hmm.
You hear sizzling as his flesh melts into your hands.
ugh.
Actually, it
He's
should just get
dead.
nice and crispy with the Maillard reaction.
Oh no, flesh melts. I know this because my flesh has melted.
Oh, well,
I've melted part of my hand on a weld before.
And
Okay.
I'm gonna let my little zombie raven friend have some food.
Oh,
Just be like,
peck
here
out
we
his
go.
eyes.
Yeah.
alright.
Well, we gotta go.
Yep, so you...
I'm gonna get out of here.
Gotta
So
go,
you
gotta
grab
go,
the other
gotta go,
two?
gotta go.
I know.
I know.
Alright, so you
Okay.
grab the other two and start running into the barracks?
Yep, let's go.
Alright, I think we should call it there for the
barracks?
night.
I was thinking running towards the wherever we need to go for the bubble.
It-
Yeah, it's on
That's
the
on
other side.
of the barracks.
Oh,
Yeah.
other side of the barracks.
You could
Okay.
go around, but it's
I thought it was the other side of the city. Sorry.
not big. It is not a big place.
Oh, okay.
It is very
Little
much
town.
not a big place. You
I
can
could.
see the other end of it.
Should
Alright.
I, before we move on, in case we encounter anybody, should I cast Cure Wounds on you real quick while we're running?
Or maybe just make a note.
Vic, you cut out.
Yeah, you
Oh,
cut out, Vic.
maybe just make a note of it so you can do it at the beginning of next session.
Okay.
Or you can do it now.
Yeah.
I'll just do it now so you're healed.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
Do I have to roll in D20 to do it, or do I just have to roll for its effect?
You just roll the amount that you heal, I think.
Okay, so a
So I believe
D8.
it's touch.
Yeah, it is a touch. That's why I was
Yeah.
trying to get so
I'll
close the
hold
whole
your
fight.
hand.
Oh, 5 altogether. Could have been better,
Wonderful.
but it's
That's
still
still pretty
5 health.
good.
Hey. Takes me over half health.
And the 3 of you level up.
Woo!
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yay! More
How
hit
do you level up a
points.
character in this?
You have to go in and edit your character and add another level. And then you have to make sure that you pick all your spells for the new level and all that.
So I just I click on it and go
Alright.
edit character.
Yep.
Let's do this in post.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, so we're gonna end tonight's session there. Thanks for
Exciting.
watching, and have a good night.
Yes.
Alright. Thank you for joining us, to the few people in chat.
Yeah, thank you.
Rabs, Havens, this too, Lily Red Wolf. Thank you.
Lily
Atten.
Red Wolf, I've seen you many times. I really hope you're not a bot with a creative name.
Yeah.
It's a
Alright.
good name no matter what.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Have a good night.
Yeah, bye.